hello, hello. Good evening, good day. There are two poses. We are wow, okay, I might have I didn't realize how surprising this could be. Let me just Gym Buddy Po. Not yet. We'll put you away. So, hi. Hey everyone. It's really good to see folks here today, tuning in and just checking in with ourselves. I managed to do a few updates here and there. There's a lot of moving pieces, but I thought maybe we could take a minute to check in and see how we are all doing today on this Wednesday, February 4th. Yes, it's finally February. Can't believe it's February. It seems like January took a while to, ramp up, but we're finally moving along. And in terms of a check-in, maybe we can answer the question, how has our week been? How have we been doing so far in terms of, hitting goals, planning things for the future, navigating our daily life? I know for me, there's been a lot of changes happening, a lot of things related to change, and it's pretty scary. But other than that, it is what it is. I do want to just say hi to Nimby. Happy Loud House Wednesday. I'm not sure what Loud House Wednesday is, but just a quick look says that it was a series. I don't think I ever watched it, but looks pretty interesting. But I'll have to check that out. Alright, Lay, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Thank you very much for dropping in. Yeah, so I guess we could just get started. I did make some modifications with the avatar model, but it's a little wonky because now the mouth is not working. but there's more emotions. Actually, there's more emotions than just looking shocked, although that's still there. There's also, I can look angry now, somewhat. Eyebrow can look frustrated. There was a sad emote, like a sad emotion, but it kept getting triggered. So I took that out. So now we have more emotes to add, but for whatever reason the tracking is still needs to be worked on, among other things. But yeah, I guess we'll just get started today. It'll be a really chill stream. It's just gonna be another workout stream. Another opportunity to work on our health, to work on our well-being, to check in with ourselves, to do something a little different, to hopefully connect with someone here in this virtual space that can, offer perspective, offer some insight, offer encouragement, inspiration to take care of yourself. This is just kind of like a little check-in for that. But hi, hello, welcome Lettuce. It's really good to see you. I'm really glad you came back. I remember our conversation about books last week, and that was really fun. Speaking of books, I could possibly even continue with the discussion, the book called Inner Workout. Strengthening Self-Care Practices for Healing Body, Soul, and Mind by, where is she? Taylor E. Morrison. So I'm really glad I was able to check out this book at the library, and hopefully we'll be able to kind of like go over it. I guess while I'm doing some warm-ups, I can do a little bit of reading on it and see what you guys think. Any thoughts? Is this a book club Hall of Fame? I am attempting to, yes, combine the two, because what better way to, you know, engage our brain and body with a little bit of exercise, and, you know, in between kind of get blurbs of this book. I know we went over the table of contents last stream, and so today I'll probably, I don't know if I read this introduction last time. I don't think I read the introduction last time, but we'll see. We'll see how cognizant, how coherent. So I think that's the key word, coherent. How coherent I will be in terms of reading and being able to operate with machinery. That's gonna be interesting. But yeah, so new emotes, kind of, sort of. My eyebrows go down now in frustration. Yes, angry face. It has angry face. Still gotta work on the tracking. But other than that, yeah. Doing planks on books, actually, I don't even know if that's possible to actually read and do a plank. That's kind of an interesting idea. Not sure if that's possible. But yeah, so that was kind of a little check-in today. I'll be shocked 80% of the... No, so I've been working on the emotes. Mark my words, I have. You just can't see it yet. It's a slow process. Just to recap, it took me like 2 weeks to figure out the thing with Twitch, actually. So like I was like, each stream I was like troubleshooting one little thing at a time to figure out what was going on, and finally last week it worked. So, you know, baby steps. I've tried, it's not very effective. Yeah, maybe if you're on a treadmill or a stationary bike, because like people listen to music or they watch TV while they're, you know, doing their little thing. Speaking of multitasking, we can also stretch in just a minute. And again, this is invitational. If you'd like to consider stretching where you're at in the comfort of your space, you're welcome to. Just, you know, something gentle. But yeah, it's a lot of information to try to retain while putting your body under some stress / pressure, you know, to perform the proper form. You know, every time I do any kind of exercise, I'm like narrating every little thing. Like I'm kind of being my own spotter, right? I'm being my own spotter. And for those of you who, you know, are participating, whether vicariously or actually, it's an opportunity to also kind of check as well. So that's crazy. Oh man, the emotions of Poe, of 3D Poe, are not they're not tracking as good as I'd like. Should have just not. But anyways, you know, little tweaks here and there. So hopefully to enhance and improve the experience for y'all. But yeah, so let's get started. We'll go ahead and, you know, do the 5-minute check-in like we usually do. And I don't know why my eyebrows be doing that weird wiggly thingy. Oh no. No, now it's gonna be Poe mad. No, seriously, I'm not even furrowing my eyebrows. There's some emotional dysregulation happening. I'm not even technically smiling. Well, more to work on. Oh boy, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Wait, it's gonna have a little pop-up thing, isn't it? No? Oh, wow, it worked. Okay, so we're gonna get stretching right about now. And I herp-derped as I'm as I'll be stretching. I'm gonna update the whatchamacallit, the workout, because I have not done these yet. How dare. I had a pretty productive day today so far. How about y'all? If y'all feel comfortable sharing any fun plans, any anything exciting. So yeah, again, invitational. I guess it'll be kind of difficult to answer answer while stretching, while blah blah blah. There's so many things to do. But yeah, I am stretching. I am also inviting viewers and scholars of the like to also stretch and kind of take a moment to just recognize any tension that you're holding in your jaw. If you're furrowing your eyebrows, as I probably will now that I have a new emote, new emotion unlocked. Oh hey, we're gonna call you Grombless, Grombu. Hello, it's good to see you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's nice to touch grass. It's still freezing cold. Yeah, that is still, winter is still here. Yeah, all the snow is still around. Oh no. Oh boy, that's not fun or pleasant. Yeah, how is everyone in terms of, you know, taking care of themselves during the winter? It's the winter season. Granted, it's not the holiday season, but you know, we're still dealing with some interesting temperatures and some pretty wild weather, climate situations, just in different parts of the world. And also, by the way, just for anyone tuning in, yeah, continue to stretch however you feel is comfortable to you. I think it's really nice to be able to develop a sensitivity to your own body, whether that's, oh, I didn't realize that I've been hunching over all day, and, you know, rolling those shoulders back in a circular motion, kind of squeezing your shoulder blades together, getting that nice stretch in, you know, tilting your head and neck back for that little stretch, you know. In terms of a kind of a update for me, the yoga class that I've been taking has been incredible. Again, I am utilizing the resources, the free resources, while I still can at my local or nearby library. And they're offering free yoga classes, and I'm trying to take advantage of that to take care of my body and release a lot of tension that's just built up. I think it might be stress and some other minor injuries. So yeah, no snow this year in your area. Well, snow can be good or bad, depends. I mean, if you usually get snow and then you don't get snow, I guess you could say like, oh, temperatures are getting warmer, or I guess it's good that you don't have snow so you don't have to deal with it. You know what's really crazy? Not just weather. I know I had mentioned weather like a month or so before the whole freeze and that big snowstorm happening, but there's a lot of I don't know if it's just like what's like trending in my feed or what, but illness and disease, y'all. Nature's fighting back. Oh, hey, live type. Good to see you. Welcome in. We are stretching. We're at the tail end of the stretch. We had a 5-minute stretch. The timer here is saying we're at 40 seconds in. And yeah, we've just been doing some gentle stretches while chatting, checking in. No further encounters with weird people in my common areas. You know what's funny? Oh my god, that is like some ESP level shenanigans right there. I have a story, but I need to know everyone's ready for the story. Alright, let me just catch up with chat. You really wanted to build a snow castle? Aww. Aw, with your younger siblings. Aww. Those are fun. Ah, you're making a pizza for the first time in a while. Alright, that's good. Alright, there's the timer. So we have done a very nice little warm-up. A little part of our warm-up is stretching. But yeah, so that is so funny that you asked that about weird encounters and just weird interactions. Nah, do I have a story for you? hold up. Let's back up. Back it up. Okay, there's a lot of topics. There's a lot of things. Oh, King, hello, welcome. Please drive safely. Make sure your seatbelt is fastened and that you are aware of all of your surroundings. And if there's a oxygen mask that pops down out of nowhere, be sure to gently place it over your head and secure it tightly. Oh, we're not on an airplane. Okay, yeah. I would make a fabulous airline person. Oh, let's go. Blonde Maiden. Hello, welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in and for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. We are exercising. Breaking every rule. Well, you know, I mean, it is a time for rebellion. It is a time for revolution, is it not? But yeah, okay. I have a story for y'all. I'm gonna do my best to tell it without, in a more like humorous, lighthearted way, but bear with me. We are going to warm up. So for those of you who are participating, again, this is always an invitation, and everything is, you know, to be taken with care and not force or aggression, you know, all that, you know, just like consent and like, you know what your body needs. But yeah, we're gonna segue really quick to blah blah. Gym Buddy Poe has made her there. It's his thing appearance. Alright, so we're gonna do the thing that we do, the thing that we always do. There's a thing that is done, and it is done with the thing. Alright, I got this. Don't worry, guys. Give me a second. I know how to do this. Things are being done. Okay, great. We are segueing. Segueing is happening. Whee! Ah. Cardio time. And then I will get to my funny story. I mean, funny, that's subjective, but okay. Let us begin. The Gym Buddy has but I mean, yeah, it's never ending. Showing fitness is an ongoing practice and a commitment. Yes. Okay. So I have my stationary bike set up. So for those of you who are participating, figure out what you'll be doing. You know, pull out that stationary bike or treadmill that you have been hiding in your closet collecting dust. It is time. The time is now. You can bring that buddy out, and you can even do cardio for the entire stream. You know, that's great. That cardio. I used to do cardio for like an hour. You know, depending. But some people do that. Some people don't. But anyways, okay. So let's get started. All right. Back to that story. Weird encounters. You know, again, the ESP, the same brain cell we share among the community is real. So as you guys know, and if you don't, that's okay. I'll start from the very top. I've been making a lot of effort to try to do activities that I guess would be defined as more analog. Yeah, right? And trying to figure out a lot of moving pieces currently, and you will eventually see the fruits of said efforts in due time, or it'll just be like my potato garden, in which case nothing grows, nothing happens. It's like watching paint dry, except you're looking at dirt and hoping something spouts, but nothing is growing. So anyways, so if nothing happens, nothing happens. But if something happens, I'll be sure to let you know. A lot of moving pieces. So digitally and analog. So, you know, I've been going to the library, trying to engage with certain activities that are offered as a free resource locally, right? Maybe like some cafes offer events, you know, just like third spaces, right? That is not your house, not your work environment, but just these third spaces to kind of feel more grounded in something more local. But that's not always possible, depending on, again, your weather situation and all that stuff. So, but anyways, so I went to this community like resource center, right? It's a resource center for folks, and they were you know, you give them your money and then they host like a little event for you, right? And so they were handing out free food for, you know, people who are participating. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, I gave them like $7, you know, support the resource center and people who genuinely need these resources. So, you know, I'll just go ahead and, you know, grab myself a meal. But, so it was from noon, 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, right? And the Center for Resources, yes, absolutely. Information, brochures, people of this sort. It's not really free, but yeah. But anyways, right, so it's like donation. But that's another thing. I also donated to this particular organization. You know, I had some new items that I don't use, and I'm trying to declutter. I'm trying to get rid of things because low-key I might have a hoarding problem, but I'm working on it. Okay, we're working on these things. So, you know, like I found a shirt that I got like many years ago, and I never wore it, and I don't know why I bought it, because it's like it's a really good shirt for some place that's more warm and tropical, or, you know, something just, I don't know, like a beach, going out. And I don't really go to the beach that often, but I thought it was cute when I probably didn't need it, and, you know, I got it. So I'm thinking, hey, there's still a price tag on it. I've never worn this, so I'm gonna donate it to, you know, because like whatever, right? Like, I'm not trying to make myself sound any particular way, but if that encourages anyone else to do the same, like, hey, go through things, supplies that are still in good condition that you might not need, you know, consider you know, donating or giving it to someone who might need it, etc., whatever. So that was like my mentality, trying to just organize. And Lunar New Year is coming up, so that's also kind of my mentality of like why I'm doing some deep cleaning and like going through my closet and stuff. So if you're wondering like, oh, why is Poette cleaning? Oh gosh, Poette is cleaning because Poette is cleaning. So I'm cleaning out some stuff and figuring out where they can go and if they could be used somewhere else. So anyways, I put together like this little brown paper bag of things. What else? Oh, there was some, like, you know when you go to the dentist? You know when you go to the dentist and they give you free like floss, tiny little toothpaste, and like usually a toothbrush, right? So you go to the dentist, what, like once or twice a year, depending. And so I had a few extra toothbrushes, right? I'm like, oh well, you know, I still have my toothbrush, I still have some other toothbrush, so I was like, oh, I'll just go ahead and donate two additional toothbrushes, right? It's like, not a big deal. So there goes the 2 toothbrushes into the bag. Oh, I also had some socks, like brand new socks. I have too many socks. I already have socks. I was like, oh, where did these come from? So they were like these pink and blue Kingdom Hearts socks. They were Kingdom Hearts socks, and I think they were supposed to, I think I was supposed to give them to like a friend when I was visiting them in another state, like years ago. But I think I forgot to pack it like so many years ago, so I think I just still had them. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I personally like neutral colors, so I like my clothes fairly neutral. I haven't done one of those color analysis things yet. I don't know, have you guys heard of like those color analysis things? It's from South Korea. It's like a person who's like trained to look at your skin tone color, etc. Done that. But anyway, so there's some really cute, brand new, again, never worn them. I don't know, just got lost in the sauce over these years since I donated them, right? So not a big deal. But anyways, oh yeah, so color analysis. I haven't done a color analysis yet, so, but yeah. So I don't know what my color is, so I'm still just kind of like on the fence, but I'm pretty sure it might not be like pink or blue. I did think about like donating maybe those socks to maybe something like to like preteens or like kids, you know, like those like foundations for, I don't know, youth at risk or whatever. But I don't know, just like, oh, there's a resource center, I'm getting rid of stuff, it's still new, it's still good, boom, into the bag, into the brown bag. And yeah, so all good, right? Like, not a big deal. Anyways, so I go and I attend this event at noon. I'm there for like 40, 50 minutes, right? 40, 50 minutes, almost up to an hour. So it's like 12, I get there at like 12-ish, like 12:05, whatever. Do the little sign in, there's a little, oh, it was really nice. They had bingo, and I stayed for like 2 rounds of bingo. It was actually really fast, the bingo. It was, believe it or not, it was related to Black History Month, because lo and behold, it's February, and it was actually related specifically to queer Black history. I thought that was pretty cool. I learned a lot of different people, their names, and kind of a few things that they did. Like there was a person, oh gosh, I can't remember all the names because I wrote all of their names down because I was interested in like looking them up when I got home. Haven't done that yet. There was a gentleman who founded like an AIDS foundation because his partner passed away. There was another person who yeah, it was really interesting, and it was really cool to learn about, you know, folks that you just, you know, who have made some progress in their community and brought a lot of awareness and stuff. So yeah, so it's a very nice little activity, and you know, the 2 rounds went by really fast, so we were able to get our food after 2 rounds of bingo. Oh my goodness, you know what? There were some really interesting names. Wow. Are we? Oh my goodness. I remember, okay, so if you don't know this about me, I have a better memory of a person's face than I do of their names. So I do remember a lot of their faces because what they had was like a little PowerPoint presentation. But anyways, maybe I can dedicate a stream, and I was thinking about this sometime this month in honor of, like, you know, Black History Month, and honoring, you know, folks who have you know, survived hardship, etc., and you know, just bring some awareness to individuals from history that we might not ordinarily learn about in school. So, but I don't know, I feel like it's that in itself could be controversial. Like, I feel like sometimes, this is my anxiety, but I feel like sometimes just breathing is controversial. Yogi, thank you so much for the follow. If you're tuning in, thank you so much for being here and tuning in. We are cycling and doing some cardio while we're chatting, but now it's gonna bother me. Hold on, now I'm bothered. Hold on, I'm gonna pause the time because now I'm bothered. Hold on. I have the folder. Now, do I have the... Oh my goodness. So this is the thing with me, is if I can, I will. I am trying to look for the bingo. Oh, you know what? You know, I don't think I have it right now with me, but I saved the bingo, so I'll just get it next time. But anyways, we'll just continue. I'll keep that in the back burner. Okay, so everything's fine, right? Everything's hunky-dory, everything's great, and you know, it's just really chill, and I think they had, so it was time to serve the food. Yeah, that is part of my ongoing anxiety. No, like every stream, every single day, I just don't want to think about it, but it is a very reality, and it manifests in many different ways. But anyways, continue with the story about crazy individuals or interesting situations. So everything's great at this little event, and so they dismiss us based off, so it's like a small little lobby area or like cafeteria area, and they dismiss this woman. The coordinator dismisses us by region. So it's like this corner goes first, this section goes next, and she tries to distribute it so that everyone who's like, she goes like the people who are like the farthest away from where the food is being distributed gets to go first. And so I thought, oh wow, that's kind of nice. So like I was sitting in a place that was like further, so I got to get my food and got to eat delicious food. And guess what the food was, y'all? It was okay. So they were burritos. They were actually really good. No. These are some really good burritos. Yeah, there's a lot of unsung people in almost every ethnicity. I love that. Thank you for that comment, King. That is so good. Yeah, no, not potatoes, burritos. They were good. Okay, they were kind of like, they were small, but they were packed. They were packed. And so they had like 4 different kinds. Them burritos were thick. Them were some good burritos. They were feeding people. It was amazing. So I'm like, oh, this is so great, right? And so what is it? So they had a tofu. So they had 2 kinds of vegetarian and then like 3 different types of meat. So there was a tofu burrito. There was a normal vegetarian burrito, right, with no tofu, but just you know, like the beans and then the salsa and the rice and maybe some other things and like onions and stuff. Okay, so it was pretty good. And then it came with like a small bag of chips with like a little bit of spicy guac and like a little tiny little thing of salsa. Yeah, you're getting your protein. I think what is it, Chipotle also has like a tofu option or like a vegetarian dish for people who, you know, want to maybe cut on meat consumption. I don't know, whatever is your preference, right? So they're still trying to help provide options for like a healthy option for food, and then like you're still getting your protein or soy or whatever. And so anyways, yeah, so they had those 2 options, and then they had like chicken, steak, and I think either beef or pork. Maybe it was like, I think it was probably pork. So yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, madness, but it is what it is, right? The love, gotta pay for that love, extra love. So all good, and then, you know, I go back, enjoy my little burrito, and, you know, enjoy kind of like seeing the people come and go, you know, seeing students and different people, different age groups and ethnic groups. And I'm like, hey, this is pretty chill, right? There was like people who came in, sat down for a minute, and then, you know, got their food and then just, you know, left, moved on with their life. Not a big deal, right? Nothing sketchy, anything. And I think at some point, like, I overheard like, oh yeah, we're also going to be serving seconds. So I'm like, oh, that's nice. And I thought to myself, well, it wouldn't hurt to maybe grab one on my way out, just, you know, because they still had a lot. And so I was like, okay, then that would just be my dinner, right? So I don't have to worry about anything. So, so, you know, like, I'm not, like, there's no hordes of people, right? It's like super calm, and there's no one, they already served everyone, right? And it's like, again, it's like 12:40 something at this point, and it's like really chill, really dead. Everyone's been served. And so then, like, I'm looking at the clock, I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to overstay, and I should just move on. So move on with my day. And it doesn't look like they're playing bingo anymore. It would be nice if they continued playing bingo, but they didn't. So I'm like, oh, well, bummer. I'm like, bummer, okay. So on my way out, I look for some staff or someone to take my donation. So there was a girl there who I met previously, and they recognized me and I recognized them, and so I'm letting them know that I'm gonna drop this bag off, and they're like, okay, let me tell my coordinator. So I wait, and then I asked like the server guy, right? I asked the person distributing the food, like, hey, is it okay if I, if like, you know, our second's gonna be served? And then this gentleman is like, oh yeah, hey, welcome, thanks. Good to see you as well. I'm in the middle of my story while still pedaling overtime, but we're getting our good cardio in. So, so the person, and I don't know why I mentioned it. Maybe this is like my own like my own thing, but I was like, oh, and you know, like I would like to drop off like a donation, so because I don't know, maybe psychologically I felt like I was being stingy, so I needed to like compensate by saying, don't worry, I'm giving back to the community, I'm not just like taking, don't worry. Like maybe that was like my coping mechanism mentally. That's why I had this like weird urge to just tell the server like, oh, and you know, like don't worry, like I was like, oh, and I also wanted to drop off my donation to the facility or community center. And then this man is like, I'm sorry, but that's not how donations work. You can't just like exchange your donation for an extra burrito. And I was like, oh, I didn't know I was coming off like that. I was like, oh man. So anyways, like, so I paused, right? I didn't respond. And then, you know, the girl came back and said, yeah, you can drop off your thing, your donation. And then I was like, oh, but like, you can kind of tell this person who's like serving the food isn't like in charge, right? They're a volunteer. So I was like, oh, maybe I asked the wrong person. So I was letting this other girl know. Yeah. And so I was letting this other girl know who I had met previously and I thought we're pretty cool. I think we're pretty cool. And she was like, oh, and she's like, oh, so what did she say? She said seconds, like the second serving is going to be just like wait 5, 10, you know, like 15 minutes. Because I think what they're doing is it's a logistical thing, and I totally get it from a logistical standpoint, which is we want to make sure that everyone in our community is served. If people come in late, that they can still be served. So yeah, I totally hear that. And so I'm like no problem, right? Like it's all good. So she said like 5-10 minutes, and then later someone else said you have to wait 15 minutes. So then I'm like, okay, cool, I get you. Like, okay, I'll just wait. So I'm not like, you know, feel like, you know, so I'm not, and I'm being civilized, you know, I'm waiting my turn. And so like, I don't know, I think I wait like 6 or 7 minutes, and I just check in again. And I was just like, is it okay if I, you know, like drop off my donation and I can maybe just grab a burrito on my way out? Yeah. No, I totally have a solution for this logistical thing logistical situation that they didn't plan for. Because I used to volunteer. Like, if you guys have ever worked at a food bank, right? If any one of you has ever worked at a volunteer, like food bank or whatever, serving, like people who, you know, get free meals, you know, like it's like a soup kitchen or whatever. Yeah, there's a system, and it's actually really effective. And I just remember that. So I didn't email them, I didn't follow up with them or anything. But anyway, so yeah, eventually I was telling the girl I kind of asked her the same question because I knew she was in charge, like more in charge than the volunteer guy. But so I was like, oh, by the way, once again, I want to just drop off my donation, and if it's okay, I'd just like to grab like a burrito on my way out. And this dude just kind of like butts in, because I guess he's overhearing us, right? Because like he's like kind of there, but not. He's like, excuse me. So donations, that's not how a donation works. And like, whoa, the tone, y'all. I don't know how I could mimic that tone, but I'm trying. It was really intense. There was some attitude there, and usually I try not to be too sensitive about it, but the other girl actually overheard, like could sense it. She even said it. She's like, yeah, I felt like he was giving me a little attitude. I was like, yeah. I was like, did I? And then I was thinking, like, I kept thinking, like, shoot. Of course, I'm not gonna rebuttal. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, you know, so here's the thing. They should just say that. No, I can take it, like, if they're gonna say one person, one burrito, no exceptions, then do that. Right, then do that. But they didn't say that. They said, yes, we will be serving seconds. But they didn't give a time frame of when. So anyways, logistically, we'll go into like the solutions of how to like help like fix that. Thank you, Tomahawk. Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually still cycling, doing some cardio. Again, everyone's always welcome to work out as well. You know, it's all good. Stretching, if you have like a cardio machine or whatever, like a stationary bike or a rower, whatever. Yeah, or have a sign, right? Yeah. So I'm like, yeah. But so I'm actually in the moment I was actually kind of taken aback again, and again this girl is so nice, and she like leads me, she gently guides me to a different space away from this person, and she handles it super well, like super well. Like she is the MVP. She is MVP. She gets it, and she's so chill about it, and she knows it, and I'm just like, God bless. Like, there's still people that exist that understand that that is just not okay in any situation. So and it's kind of like frustrating, especially since, if you guys don't know, I do have like I feel I have an extensive experience in like customer service, hospitality, like operations. I mean, back then we didn't call it operations. It's more just like, it's more like, no, I guess it was operations, huh? What am I thinking it used to be called? But anyways, I did, and she was so nice. She gave me my burrito and then some. So it turned out okay, but yeah, it's really interesting. It's easy to say like, oh, that person's wrong and blah blah blah, and I also want to like kind of take a moment, like I'm trying to think, like, did I? But they said that you can have seconds. It's just they didn't have a system in place of how to distribute that. So anyways, my solution to that problem, give me a second. My solution to that problem is that, so this is what they did at the soup kitchen that I just gonna call it a soup kitchen for now, because it's easy. What they did is when you come in, you sign in, right? You check in so that they can document, oh, we have people, these are the people we serve about 100 people a day or more, whatever, right? It's not like they're, logging like crazy information. It's just like your name and your email or something, right? Just something super simple. And then, yeah, so you get this little ticket, and it's like a colored ticket. It's like, that says like, oh, this is your meal. It's like either breakfast, lunch, or dinner. But for this case, it's probably just gonna be like, my suggestion is have like one colored ticket, like make it pink or blue or green, whatever, right? Like one colored ticket, and that's like your first entry, your first meal. And then later, you can also set a time when seconds will be served. So if you start at 12 and you serve at 12:30, then you can schedule like the next wave of food that's going to be served is like 1:15 or 1:30, right? Space it out so that if you're worried about inventory and ensuring that people who are coming in late to this little event or whatever can be fed and have that equal distribution, sure. Or just say, like what was mentioned earlier, just one serving per person, and that's it. But if you're gonna make it confusing, then you're gonna have problems if it's not clear for folks who. And like, here's another thing. I mean, I want to think like I'm competent and I'm good. So like, if I see you, Taryn. Hi. So, imagine if there was a different person being served or treated this way, and let's just say they're not as understanding of like this kind of work or line of work, right? Serving the community, volunteer work, blah blah blah, and they get really upset, right? And or they feel very entitled to their food. Gosh darn it, right? So I mean, yeah, I try not to make a big deal of it, but it still did kind of become a big deal because like that's just wrong, even for me. Oh man, that was really. Anyway, so that is the story. That is the story of when you don't have systems in place to accommodate or regulate certain things. And this is just more of like a logistical thing as opposed to like, oh, you hurt my feelings, gosh darn it, blah blah blah. It's more like, okay, there's clearly this is a gap. This is a gap, and it can be easily fixed. So yeah, like one person gets a ticket, it's colored. If they want seconds, they have to go to the front, maybe take a survey, right? You know, get them to take a survey or like their social media, and then they get another color ticket that's like a different color, and that indicates that you served the same person twice. And then that's also really good data. That's really good metric for just assessing like how many people are you serving in your community, and how many are repeats, and you know, so how can you best utilize your resources. So it's more of like a metric thing. It's more of like an analysis thing for me, as opposed to, but it was still like it's a very uncomfortable situation. So in such cases, it's best to try to learn and grow from. I really did consider maybe sending an email, just make it a learning experience, but I don't know. So that was interesting. What is Mr. Dong? Who and what is Mr. Dong? I am not. Mi no comprende. As I attempt to comprende, we're going to segue. Mi no comprende, we segue to some push-ups, and then we're gonna do sit-ups, and then we'll have to do the planks, and then we're gonna do the thing that we do, the thing that we always do. Yeah, so for anyone who's tuning in out there, welcome in, and thank you so much for being here. Wow, you know, when you take that first part of his name out, it completely changes the ethnicity of like an entire person, but cool. You know, I dig that. I straight up thought you were referring to some like Asian situation, like, or like influencer, or like some meme with a person named Mr. Dong, and I was like, huh? What is there like a reference to something? That's hilarious. But yeah, welcome, and folks who want to continue or consider exercising, if you're already exercising, cool. If you're not and considering it, now is your calling. This is your calling. We're gonna do some push-ups. Y'all know I struggle with this, so it is gonna be what it is. It's gonna be a thing that I struggle with all the time, all the gosh darn time, until I build some upper body strength that allows me to do things more easily with push-ups. But yeah, so I should probably get my little yoga mat. Dun, da, da, da. Dun, dun. Oh, hi! What's good? Alvin Jan, good to see you again. Hello, hello. La da da. We are going to set up for some push-ups. Yes, sirree, Bob. We're gonna do that in just a moment. So, yeah. But yeah, welcome in, Taryn. Good to see you. How's it going? What's new? What's good? I was just yapping about a really funny, well, really interesting kind of situation that happened recently, as I'm trying to find ways to incorporate more analog activities, whether that's reading a book, right? Going out for a walk, utilizing the resources that currently still exist in our society, such as the library and other resource centers. So yeah, that was an interesting story. And yeah, how's it going, Taryn? Will you be joining in the shenanigans of exercise? I'm gonna go ahead and move over, play some beats. Yeah, other than that, not too much else. There's a lot of, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of new things happening, and it's going to be really exciting. So I hope, like I said, if anything comes out of it, out of all these efforts that's happening behind the scenes, I'll let you guys know. Otherwise, it'll just be like watching a dead plant try to grow. But hopefully, but anyways, what I'm trying to say is like there's some projects that I'm planning, but it's too early to say like anything or announce anything. But I did mention it, so it has been mentioned. It's not like I haven't mentioned it. I mentioned it. Okay. We are gearing up to do some push-ups. Anyone joining? out there in the vast internet space of internetness. Well, actually, the thing is like, it's real life, internet, and then real life on the other end. So, yeah, anyone gonna do some push-ups and maybe sit-ups as we get ready to do some push-ups? Eek. We're gonna do some push-ups. Yeah, other than that, how have you guys been? Any crazy stories from you guys? Any weird encounters? Hopefully not. How are we surviving the blizzard? You're cooking dumplings? We like dumplings. Dumplings are great. That took up the entirety of the warm-up actually. So I don't know if I can follow through with reading while exercising, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Maybe I'll do like one set, and then I'll like read one page, do the next set, read another page, do another set, and then, you know, kind of that kind of pattern. There, crazy ending. Okay, wow. Oh yeah, that was the book by Tommy Orange that we were talking about last week. Yeah, and are you guys reading any books? Low key, is this gonna be like book club / workout / I don't know what else we're doing here. You're cooking some chicken nuggets? That sounds good, Bobo2422. Nice, nice. Sounds delicious. Oh, interesting. There, huh? Yeah, I'm still kind of taken aback, well, in a good way. Like, I'm so shocked by the first page of Wandering Stars, I believe. I think it's, yeah, Wandering Stars by Tommy Orange. Aw, you're laying in bed? Alright, well, it's good to relax. You know what you could be doing? You could be doing some sit-ups, I'ma just saying. Working out the muscle, working out the brain. Yeah, it's about time. Still reading Brandon Sanderson book. Ooh, yes, you did mention that one as well. I remember Lettuce was saying that they were reading like 5 different books and like they're chugging it out like. So they already finished one, so good job. You recently bought a Bible. Oh great, you bought a Bible. That is also a form of literature. Yes, indeed. Jokes aside, I hope this means no offense, but there was a friend of mine, she's so funny. She always knows how to crack me up, but she literally called the Bible a fan fiction, and I'm like, what? Who says that? But I don't know why that cracked me up. It really cracked me up. But again, no offense. It's serious business, you know? Reminds me of the time our community, early on, I guess you could call it satire, but I don't even know how it began, but we wrote some kind of, what's it called, manifesto? It was really funny. Book? What books we read? Yeah, King, are you reading anything like light novels, manga even? Actual novels, short stories, poems. I was trying to get into like another poetry book, but I couldn't find any that were available to me, so I'll have to keep looking. But I do have a lot of books. So again, Inner Workout by Taylor E. Morrison, pretty awesome. Church of Bow flashback, no, it's real. Not the mehmet, nothing new. Okay, it's all good. Okay, well, I am doing the thing that I always do. I am doing the Poette ever stall, hashtag stalling. Y'all know it. Y'all already know it. I am not a fan of push-ups, but I have to commit. I believe. If you're including manhwas and light novels. Oh, poetry, get it? Yes. that which is spoken, the word of poetry. It's been over a year since that place went kaput. There's a place that went kaput. Yes, I believe, I trust. That is the truth. That is a reality. Something went kaput. Things are being kaputed. Can that even be a verb? Kaput, kaput, kaputted. Poette. I'm gonna hurt myself. I'm gonna hurt my brain by trying too hard to formulate a word. That's some kind of action. Okay, I'm gonna stop. The holy word of Poe. You can't count how many you're reading? Oh, that's a lot. Something of a book you watched the season finale of Fallout. Oh, wait. Fallout. Was there a season that came out recently? I'm gonna read the answer after I do this set. Okay, enough stalling. It's so easy to stall, but I refuse. I refuse to be stalled and taken astray. I need to go back to the path. I will go back to the path of not straying. Season 2. Okay, so season 2 of Fallout did come out, right? Yeah. Haven't watched. Actually, I don't remember if I watched the full season 1. I think I did, but I don't really remember. It's kind of blurry in my little potato brain, but that's okay. Y'all, I got this. Don't worry, I got this. I'm gonna do my first set, believe, okay? Here we go. I believe I can do this. Here we go. I believe. Here we go, here's 1, 2, 3, oh boy, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god, it's 10. I'm done. I'm so done. Okay, I finished it. Got this, guys. No worries. We're getting stronger. Believe. Alright. Okay, so, media. Let's see, what was the last thing I watched? Actually, I watched a few things, believe it or not. It was sometime in January. Again, these are resources that I've actually been checking out from the library. Am I gassed already? No! I'm not gassed, not yet. Oh, actually, before stream today, I was prepared. This is how prepared I was. I was so prepared that I ate. Wait. I ate enough carbs. Yeah, no, I ate enough carbs. One thing I forgot to do was blend my protein shake, my post-workout protein shake. I might not need it today. It's just a nice little treat. That's all it is. It's not like I'm gonna melt if I don't have it, you know. I'm not gonna have like a meltdown, but it's just kind of a little treat. It's like a reinforcement kind of thing. Double jump scare. Yeah, we got the workout buddy Poe, and then there's this one in all of its glory. Yeah, so I guess in terms of some shows, has anyone watched, and you know, it's in line with Black History Month, yay! Bringing awareness to different stories and narratives of our collective human experience. Malcolm X, Denzel Washington was it? When he was really young. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, I kept forgetting when I was watching the Malcolm X, like, I don't know if it's an autobiography. Malcolm X. Hold on. Yeah, it's a very old. Oh, film. Yeah, 1992. My goodness, I did not know that, but I guess it makes sense because it was like when Denzel Washington was so young. Every time I watched that, I had to remind myself, this is not Malcolm X, this is not him, this is Denzel Washington. And then when I did like a side-by-side comparison, I'm like, wow, their facial features are very similar. That's really cool. Like, and then I felt like Denzel Washington did a pretty good job. It was really, I was like, wow, I was really immersed in the story, so it's pretty cool. You preferred his role in Glory. Didn't watch that, but that's a me problem. You read the Malcolm X autobiography. I regret not reading Malcolm X autobiography in high school. I was very inspired by some of his, like, I guess not like any particular ideology. I think when I was that young, I just thought, man, that's so cool that there's someone like fighting for their own like rights or like place in society. Is how I saw it when I was that young. I guess it's a very oversimplified understanding of the cause, but that was my understanding. Oh, that's cool. I'm so glad that you followed up on a recommendation from, you know, a staff at the campus. That's cool, that's cool. Yeah, janitors can be pretty cool. Yeah. You prefer this role in The Glory. I'm just curious. You know me. Denzel Washington in The Glory. Oh, interesting. Wow. This was 1989? 1989, King? What is this? Glory. 1989 film. Bruh. Oh my god. It must be good. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so he's a soldier. The 54th Massachusetts Infantry. Okay. Oh, okay. It's historic kind of. Yeah, it's a Civil War movie. Ooh. The Bite of 88. What? What's that? Tomahawk. Tell me about it. What is this? I am learning. Five Nights at Freddy. What? Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm sorry. I don't know. I actually don't know what the Bite of 88 is. And when I look up the Bite of 88, it says the Bite of 87. Five Nights at Freddy. I don't really particularly. Oh, there was a movie about Five Nights at Freddy. And it was really freaky. It was like about a kid who gets lured into like these haunted mascots. What? Huh? Wait, why are we throwing me off? I get thrown off so easily, y'all. Like it's not even funny how like, yo. Okay, all right. I guess I need to put on my thinking cap and be a little bit more. Yeah, I know it's like a game. It's like a whole franchise and whatnot. So. But anyways, going back, Denzel Washington, Oscar for Glory sounds really cool. Malcolm X is cool because we're bringing awareness, getting dragged into. Yeah, no, seriously. Oh my gosh, I am slowly catching up with like normal topics and pop cultural stuff. I can't even handle some of this new stuff. Yeah, I'm just like getting into some of this new pop cultural references that don't have as much significance. Like what was it? Fight Club. It was like months ago. I watched Fight Club for the first time and I'm like, oh, what? It all makes sense. The memes, the references. You're 20 years behind cinema pop culture? No. If you're 20 years behind, I have to be like 100 years behind. Maybe. Well, that's not. I don't know about that. Okay, I did reference I Love Lucy and The Nanny as some of my favorite comedy skits and styles, and more recently, contemporarily, what's her name? Atsuko, the comedian. She's really funny. I like her delivery. I like her topics. Yeah. Let's watch Spaceballs, the movie. You're just recessing on culture. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's cool. Cinema lovers. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool to have like folks that are really invested or interested in something, because you can pick up a lot from that. Like I know I usually benefit from folks who, you know, have a particular interest, and I can learn and absorb a lot of information a lot better just by proximity, I guess. I don't know. Does that make me a vampire? Does that make me a cultural vampire trying to leech off the knowledge of others without actually doing any of my own research or finding my own hobbies. Gosh darn it. Spaceballs, the coloring book? What is going on? Spaceballs? What is that? It's a movie, and it's also a coloring book. Da 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 da. 1987. Dude, King, why are you listing out media that's like this old? Jesus. Oh my gosh. A star pilot for hire and his dog sidekick need to rescue a spoiled princess and save a planet. Okay. Oh, it's that guy. Huh. The Goonies? You wanted to watch Spaceballs for like years? Okay, no, I got you. Are we trying to play that game? I got you guys. No. Here. Okay, I got you. Cool Runnings. Anyone heard of Cool Runnings? Yeah, Cool Runnings. Wait, actually, I don't remember. Oh no, the other day. No, it wasn't the other. It was like a month ago. It was like last month. I don't even want to say that. Do you guys remember the movie? It's called You Lucky Dog. It is a 1998 movie. It's a comedy series. I thought it was a movie, but how can you say that when you're we're talking about old stuff now, gosh darn it. Okay, but does anyone know You Lucky Dog? See, at least You Lucky Dog is still kinda... No? Okay. There's a lot of like criticism about it, but I did watch it when I was young. It has really low ratings. Oh no, Tomahawk, no! Okay. I actually was born, actually. I was still like a little kid when this movie came out. But, so You Lucky Dog is about this guy. It's about this guy who, growing up, he had a dog, and he was really close with his dog. Oh my gosh, pause, hold on, brain just, y'all, we're never gonna do this exercise. This is Zatsu. Okay, no, I swear, I'm gonna talk about the synopsis, let you guys process, I'm gonna do my next set, and then we'll come back. But okay, You Lucky Dog is about a guy who grew up with a dog, and he was really emotionally bonded and connected to this dog to the point where he felt he could like read the dog's minds. So he creates a business of being like a dog psychic when he's an adult. And so he offers like this service to people, but then he kind of realizes, oh, am I a fraud? Like he gets into this like imposter syndrome. But then there's like this old man who comes to his service, right? And then he, for whatever reason, is actually successfully able to connect and read the dog's mind. And then we think that's it, right? And then like his business gets bankrupted or whatever, gets reported for fraud, and then he just doesn't have a job. And then like lo and behold, that old man passes away and like leaves his entire trust to his dog, and that the owner of this dog would be him, this dog psychic phony person guy, whatever. And so the journey is like, you know, there's like a little mystery to be solved, and we have to figure out who killed the old man, or how did he die, or did he die? Was it an accident? What's going on? And so yeah, that is the general synopsis without spoiling too much ish. Yeah, I forgot about the exercise part. I get to yapping. Speaking of old movies, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I feel like there's like many different versions of that one now. There's like the really, really old classic version, and then I thought there was like a newer version, or am I losing my mind? I'll have to look it up. But I will look it up after my set. So, without further ado, we are bringing back the Gym Buddy Poe to demonstrate how to do proper push-ups. Awesome. Oh yeah, that's a pretty classic movie. I mean, even I watched it or know of it to some extent, yeah. One with Gene Wilder, that's the older one, and then Johnny Depp was the newer one, I think. Don't remember if I watched the one with Johnny Depp. I'll have to look it up after I knock out these next sets. Who's joining me? Anybody? Anybody out there gonna do some push-ups with me? No? Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna keep going. Let's go. All right. Here we go. Next one. 1, 2, 3, oof, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, not bad. 10. All right. I'll try to get these done. Otherwise, it's already an hour and I've only just done the first part. Okay, I'm gonna look up the, was it Willy Wonka with Johnny Depp? I tend to like movies. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is this one. Dude, the costume and makeup, like for many of Johnny Depp's characters, makes him so unrecognizable sometimes. Like, what was it, Edward Scissorhands, and then Willy Wonka, and then obviously the classic Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow. Like, if you put these two people side to side, I would be like, now these are two separate people. I mean, technically they are fictionally two separate characters, but and like visually, oh my gosh, the costume and design and the characterization is pretty cool, pretty awesome. Like, my goodness. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit faster. I will say that I was again doing them assisted, but I also wasn't doing the military style, if that gives you any like peek into like my process. I'm still doing them, like no cheating. It's just there's also this problem where there's like a box, so I can't extend my feet all the way. So I'm like, that's another reason why I'm doing the assisted for now. Dun, da, da, da. How about some Like It Hot? What is that? What is that? Is it a musical? Wait, what is this one? What is Some Like It Hot? Is it a musical or what is this, 1959 American crime comedy film? Oh, it stars Marilyn Monroe. Wow. Otherwise, I don't really know these other oh no, I don't know these other actors, actresses. But hey, how's it going? Welcome in, Lord Umbra and y'all. Bring it on, anybody? Bring it on. Is it that one cheerleader? Oh, it is. Early 2000s American teen comedy film. Oh my goodness. I don't believe I got into this kind of hype. There was like a period of time where this type of, I don't know, genre, like high school and like cheerleading, sports, jocks, that was kind of like its own little topic. I don't think I watched Bring It On to the point where I know like the whole premise or like what happened and all of that. Sorry. No, I didn't watch that. High School on Music? High School on Music? High School Musical? Question mark. On a Boy Scout vacation. Yeah, you went on a Boy Scout vacation. You had a TV every night. Oh, okay. Musical. Okay, yeah, High School Musical. Right. It was like around, you know, that, it's like that topic of high school slice of life experience, but it's kind of like over exaggerated, overdone. It almost becomes like a caricature of the high school experience. So I'm not too interested in that per se. Okay, all right. We have We have stalled long enough. I am determined to finish my last set. Been meaning to rewatch that one and its sequels. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's... If you have some free time and something that you're curious about, or you might, you know, enjoy that series, then it's definitely worth, you know, checking out. I do remember that. Yes, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, actually. But actually, yes. That was... I can't believe that is like 1989. Oh my god. It has better reviews than You Lucky Dog, surprisingly, but... I like remember bits and pieces of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah, it's like the scientist who's the dad shrinks his kids. But then I don't remember how it all resolves itself, or like, you know, but no, I definitely, oh my gosh, I'm just looking at like a quick preview of it, like a trailer of it. The style is so, it's like telling of its time. It's kind of funny. Oh, okay, same actor. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's really interesting to see actors in different roles and portraying different characters. Pretty cool. All right, speaking of acting, it is time for me to act up on these push-ups. Let's go. I believe. Have no fear. They're gonna get done. Here we go. All right, last set. We gotta knock these out. Again, anyone wants to join me, you're more than welcome to. Here we go. One, I'm gonna try to do military, just to exercise the triceps a little bit more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. All right. Nice, nice. Good pun? I'm glad you can appreciate a good pun. I do like my puns. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Good job, guys. Good job, good job. Well, back on track. How are those military push-ups reading? You know, okay, that one wasn't too bad. Yes, they are actually. I'm so glad that you asked. Jim Buddy Poe just casually defying physics with push-ups, yeah. So yeah, the military, it's a form. So when you do a normal push-up, your elbows are kind of like this. I'm actually able to demonstrate, so I don't know if you guys can see it. So my elbows are like pointing outwards. Military, you're bending like this. So it's like it's a different bend, and it's working different muscle groups. With the military style, you're working your triceps, the muscles behind your upper arm. And then I feel like just in my body, the normal ones, I feel it more in my biceps. So that's something to note. Again, could also probably look it up to see the exact muscle groups, but that's like the gist of it. As for how my military push-ups are, interestingly enough, when I'm doing them assisted, it feels pretty good. It doesn't feel like I'm dying, but it's still like a struggle, it's still a struggle. Upper body strength do be a struggle like that. The upper arm is your what? Is there a bone? Are you trying to pick a bone with me? Humerus. Is that a bone? I believe you are correct. The humerus is the long bone in the upper arm that extends from the shoulder to the elbow. It's like the front. It's that front. Yeah. I believe Taryn's trying to pick a bone with me. Is that it, Taryn? Are you trying to say that I'm struggling with my upper body strength? Are you trying to make a joke? Cause it's humorous to you? Is that it? Nah? You think I didn't catch on, huh? Well, I'll have you know. I know exactly where my humorous bone is. Yeah, no, it's for sure. Yeah, it's a bone. There's another funny bone. Wait. There's a funny bone somewhere. Is it? There's a funny bone somewhere, and he's trying to pick it. Okay, so I was thinking the scapula, humerus, ulna, and radius. That's the forearm. That's in the forearm. Okay. Y'all are just speechless at, cause I caught on. Yeah, that's right. I caught on. I totally got it. He was trying to pick a bone with me, and you thought I wouldn't get it, but I totally got that. Just kidding, y'all. Just kidding. Oh boy, sit-ups. Yeah, no, the military, I definitely feel like it's getting better. Hey, yo, I'm feeling like there's some muscle. Oh, dude, yeah, no, I'm definitely, that's good for me. I can feel my little muscle again. There was a period of time where I had no muscle, and I was getting kind of worried. Oh, no, I'm on to you, mister. Yeah. So yeah, I think the protein shakes help me develop and maintain my muscle, because I feel like I have a hard time maintaining muscle. So it's nice to be able to keep that, keep my gains for myself. My gains must eat the nutritional value to maintain said gains, right? And I always talk about how certain practices, rituals, habits is a maintenance, right? Taking care of yourself is very much a maintenance, and it's a mentality, it's a process. It's not a linear process. You could make it linear. And I think being able to identify, taking care of yourself as a process, as something that, requires attention, gives it a different perspective, as opposed to treating, I need to take care of myself as a chore. I guess that's the difference. It's instead of thinking of it as it's just another thing to do, going to the gym is just another chore, you can think of it as I'm doing this for what? I'm doing this for myself, I'm doing this for others, I'm doing this for my own sense of well-being. Poette Evergreen, the protein. Have you consumed nutrients? I have. I don't think this week or last week I took any supplements. I always forget, but every now and again I do remember to take my supplements, which is just vitamins. Sometimes it's an iron supplement, other times it's certain various just vitamins once a day or whatever, or every other day. Yeah, protein shake in the morning, for sure. I'm doing it for the mission. Yeah, that better be a good mission. better be for the mission, for the company. And it's if we're playing Lethal Company, we're doing it for the profits or for the people. Going back to Black History Month and Malcolm X. But yeah, I guess identifying these things take a bit of reflection and consideration for where you are at in your life. For me, I think it's just good for my health. It's just good in general to be active instead of being literally a potato. Because, of course, rest when you want to rest when you need to rest, but also when you feel ready, find the time to do something that's going to be good for your body, your organs, your mental. All depends. It's different for everyone. Only you can say, Only you can stop a forest fire. Only you have the power to decide what is truly beneficial for you. Well, then again, there's also like measurable metrics. You love and hate being a potato? Same! Oh my gosh, same though. But here's some highlights. We have our lowlights and our highlights. Some good things. I'm kind of in that upward trajectory after being in a low trajectory for a while, like a very sedentary. So like I said, hopefully I'll be able to share some of the effort that I've been put into some of the things that I'm working on to make a reality, such as planning more streams and planning some other projects and what have you. But it's a very slow process for me because I am, after all, a beloved potato pigeon. No more, no less. I don't think national parks use smokies. Oh really? Oh no, okay. I haven't seen that grizzly bear in a while, so I figured something was up. But okay, all right. Poette ever stall once again successfully stalls for just a moment longer. When you guys are ready, if you wish to join me, more than welcome to. We will have our lovely gym buddy Poe demonstrate to us the most ideal, the most grand sit-ups. Alright, here we go. I just want to go. It's happening! Things are happening and okay, there we go. Hi. I'm very particular about my form, as you can see. So my form is good now. Okay. Gym Buddy Poe has impeccable form. Undeniable form. Here we go. Alright, y'all. It is time. It is time to do sit-ups. Because this is our workout routine. So, let's knock them out. It's gonna be 20 sit-ups. Got this. I believe. I have the fuel. Nah, I had a pretty good meal earlier today. I was able to get some carbs, get some protein, and yeah, stay hydrated as needed, folks. Of course. Here we go. We're gonna do this. Anytime now. Okay. On that downbeat. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, all right, 17, 18, 19, one more, 20, woo! Okay, I noticed something. All right, when I was doing those sit-ups, I noticed that around like 16, what I did was like, I relaxed my shoulders and I kind of like straightened up my neck, which actually forced, it actually forced me to use my core more. I think what was happening was my neck was bent forward, so I was using kind of like this momentum, or like, but the moment I like straightened up, I was like, oh, okay, wait a minute, all right. So that was kind of nice. I think I am getting better at the sit-ups, but then again, I've always said I really liked core workouts and sit-ups in general. For those of you who have any back issues, any like lower back or anything like that, something we've discussed is using different or alternative workouts. So the reversal is laying down on your back and then lifting your legs up, and then like keeping your back, your neck, your shoulders on the mat or on the ground, and then really focusing on to lift your legs up. And then you'll kind of like do this thing where your legs go. There's obviously various ways of doing this. You could like lower your legs, just hovering the ground so that you continue to keep your core engaged. That's really nice. That's really fun. Something I was thinking about was my last yoga session, my most recent yoga session. I realized that the day after, so, you know, did the yoga session, sleep, the next day, I don't know, I just felt a lot better. Like, I felt like my entire upper, like shoulder and neck was just really light. We did a lot of different forms. Again, I don't know all the names of the forms. I could vaguely describe them, but they were really helpful. And in addition to just, you know, so many things. So like once a week yoga, and then every Wednesdays we're doing the workouts, and then like, I don't know, once a month supplementary, getting like chiropractic adjustments to maintain, you know, my spine, my posture, and everything. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Yeah, owning your own gym. A lot of people have like a personal gym at home. You know, you just need some weights, some very basic, simple equipment. And a lot of folks even do makeshift equipment as well. Excuse me. Romanian deadlifts, core ab workout. Ooh, that's really cool. Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna look up some. Yeah, you definitely would like to strengthen your back in of course ways that are not, you know, gonna injure it. I know that sounds really weird to say, but like it's like a mental thing for me, right? It's definitely a mental thing. Oh wow, deadlifts, for sure. Yeah. Yep, that requires a lot of form, a lot of, you know, mindfulness and awareness of your body. But I'm really glad that it sounds like you were able to strengthen, you know, your lower back and general back to a point where it no longer causes you physical distress. So congratulations, that's great. That's awesome. Good for you. Keep it up. You know, keep doing it. Keep at it. Good for you. It was caused excess. Sure. Yeah. It depends on your type of work, your line of work as well as lifestyle habits. You know, anything of that sort can contribute to that, or just not having the muscle groups to support, right? Because if you think about it, our head, our skull, and our brain, all of this is like what, like 11 pounds. we're carrying our head 11 pounds on a stick or a meat sacks, right? I don't know. It's very interesting when you start to see your experience, like your pain, and all of that, as like a science, as opposed to like, oh, I should just suffer because this is just how the divine has willed it. It's like, nah. You don't have to live in pain. We have the science, we have the technology. You can be somewhat cured. Yeah, it just takes lifestyle, mindfulness, a willingness to accept that, hey, this is a problem, and hey, I wanna fix it. That's a different type of pain. Yeah, so that was another thing that I was struggling to try to explain, I guess, to anyone who's never worked out before. Like the type of pain where it's like, oh, the pain that's like wrong, like bad form and all bad, versus the pain from like, oh, your muscles are growing, you know, you're creating micro tears, and when your muscles heal, you're gonna get stronger, right? Like that kind of like that kind of pain versus like, oh, this is bad pain, meaning like something's wrong. Like this is you're gonna break something, that kind of pain. Yay! Well, that's always good. I'm glad that you're no longer experiencing pain because as we know, pain in any form can also cause a lot of mental emotional distress as well, right? Like toothaches, you know, that's like connected to your brain and all of that. It's no wonder you can like be driven mad from that type of pain. Just to experience pain and live with it long term. I mean, I can only imagine the suffering a person, you know, is going through just to have to experience that on a daily. So again, good for you for resolving that. Huh. Don't know what that is. Ah. Yes. Yeah. All kinds of definitions of pain. Yep. Gotta identify what's the pain. Alright, okay. No pain, no gain. We will continue with the next set of sit-ups. And yeah, I think it'll be good. So here we go. We're gonna call back our demonstrator. Gym Buddy Po will demonstrate the flawlessness of a sit-up. Alright, here we go. We are going to do the next set. 20. When you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway through. Let's go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right, 20, let's go. Woo! Let's go. Feels good, man. Gamate arigato. Yeah. Ah. Oh. Yeah. Let's go. Arigato. I know, right? Just 20 measly sit-ups. But you know, it's an accomplishment, and I'll take my wins, gosh darn it. I will take the little wins in life. No matter how big, no matter how small, I will take these wins. You know, like, if you were to ask me like years and years ago to do this type of, you know, home exercise, man, I don't think I would be able to do this. But I really think that what's the word? Like, having that mentality that any obstacle has a solution, and if you overcome that, you can, you know, accomplish something, right? So I think a lot of it was a mental blocker. There were some like technical blockers as well, like how am I gonna stream exercise? But you know, it happened. We're here today, and it's good to be here. So thank you, and I hope you all feel the same way with any challenges that you face in your life. And I hope that you can find some solutions and actually just count the little wins, the little stuff, you know? You did something nice. Good job. You know, you didn't have to, but you did. And you know, you just kept it professional, kept it really curt, and yeah, that's all. Maybe you did some cleaning. It was just a little thing, but you did it. So good job, right? Maybe you decided, you know, I'm gonna take a break from my usual habit that's not good for me and connect with something that's more meaningful. Good for you. That's a small win. Totally count it. Pat on the back. Deserves it. Enjoy the little things. I've never watched Zombieland or heard of Zombieland, so that might be like a inside joke. But yes, enjoy the little things, right? I think I'm trying to apply gratitude, and I don't know if it's gonna backfire on me, but I think I do need to. So like, think about it like this, like my perspective. Backtrack. If you suffer from depression or anxiety, incorporating gratitude is really important. Applying something like compassion towards yourself, not just others outwardly, you gotta do that inwardly too. That's the hard work. So someone might be saying, oh my gosh, Poe just did 20 push-ups, oh gosh, or 20 sit-ups or whatever. Oh, I can do that. Okay, yeah, but do you celebrate yourself? Do you speak nice things to yourself? And do you say nice things to yourself? And do you take care of yourself in a way that aligns with your values and your needs, right? So there's many different ways where we betray ourselves. So I don't know why I want to make this a big point. Maybe someone needs to hear it, maybe not. Maybe it's just me spouting my usual nonsense, but regardless, yeah, it feels really good to be like, yeah, I did something. It was small, but I did it, and that's all anything ever really is. The big stuff is just small little tasks broken up into small little accomplishments, and then you just, then you get to the big stuff. That's how I like to think about it. It makes it more manageable. So, yes. Yay! But yeah, no, I haven't watched Zombieland. Pull it up again. It was, 2009. Action comedy. Huh. Post-apocalyptic. It's a comedy film. I might like it. I like comedy. Depends on the comedy. Oh, it stars that one kid. What is he from again? Where have I seen this guy? Oh yeah. Einsberg. Oh. Are there Twinkies in there? Put a big goal. You have small goals behind it. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So for example, one of my goals, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the past, but it was to build muscle, and it was to, be at a weight that I look and feel good about myself. And so I feel like I'm slowly accomplishing that after about a month of intentional exercise every week, which is, these streams, it's intentional, and then making an effort to incorporate more analog activities like going for a walk, I don't know, being more active and doing more walking, all that. I managed to hit my goal, so I'm pretty excited about that. After, what was it? It was during my last doctor's appointment. So I do an annual checkup, I've always been pretty healthy, but I think, I don't know what it is. It just, I get my annual, get the lab work done, and all that just stuff. And yeah, it's after a certain point that stuff becomes kind of more important. But I think if you're still super young and healthy, then you're good. So yeah, so I was pretty satisfied with that. I think the fact that I can actually feel my muscle in my little bicep, my tiny little bicep, is pretty reassuring. So yeah, just keep at it, I suppose. I'm still in the process of calculating all of my metrics for the workout and seeing how much I've completed in relation to what I owe from 2024 charity. So if you guys don't know, or maybe you do, or if you've read the video description and it makes sense, because sometimes I get worried, I'm like, oh man, does this make sense to like a person who's like new here, and I want to make sure that the information makes sense. But yeah, so we hosted a charity stream, my first one ever. Just thought I would do something like that, because I've always wanted to do something like that, I guess, and I never felt like I could make an impact. But being part of a community that's so generous, kind, and overall silly, and being able to have these goals completed and raising just $3,000, you know, in a span of like what, 2-3 weeks, pretty impressive. And I couldn't have done that obviously without the community, so that was pretty cool. And some of the redeems and rewards, it took me a while to figure out all the logistics to make that redeem possible, so this is the result. Ta-da! And then once I complete all the redeems, I'll probably move on to a more advanced workout routine, in which case I'm thinking about streaming like a planning stream, like planning a workout where y'all can throw suggestions. Yeah, just throw some suggestions and I'll test it out, you know, see if I can do something of that nature given my limitations and resources, and we'll see. I think a few things that were mentioned last time were mostly calisthenics, right? Or isometric workouts are good too. Like the alternative or variations for planks, that is up for consideration. Yeah, so more advanced workouts, but we'll see. I'm trying to do this thing where I'm like pulling people in, so I don't know. That will have to be negotiated, right? We'll see. We will see, but that is something I'm planning. Hopefully slow and steady progress, not anything explosive or crazy or big. I think I'm just working on what is within my reach. Yeah. So yeah. I do have a plan and an outline for some other things, like what is it? Japanese learning streams. I want to do some more language learning. Again, also good for the brain. And yeah, reading, book club kind of type stuff. It's really hard when you're someone like me who just likes to collect books. Sadly, Sundoku here. So I think committing to reading the books, discussing, really understanding, seeing different perspectives would be really fun. So that I'm trying to use it as my motivator, my motivation to do these things, and kind of give back to the community. Again, kind of creating like a third space virtually for something that's a little different. I totally get it. I totally get that it's not something that's super mainstream, but I don't know. I'm not very good with mainstream things, but if you are, maybe I'll learn a thing or two from you. So yeah. All right, so that was my spiel. That was my little yap. And I will continue with the next set of sit-ups because we can. And yeah, let's do it. Let's go. For the win. Oh my gosh, does anyone remember when that used to be a catchphrase? For the win? FTW. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if people use that anymore. Do people still use for the win? Here we go. For the win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For the win, let's go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Cool. Yay! Don't think so? Okay, for the win. I'll be honest, I don't know where that comes from. I just remember one day, yes, it is outdated slang though, but it is outdated slang. So I don't know the origins of that. I never looked it up, but I don't know when it was around the time when people would say like AFK, BRB, you know, these little shorthand abbreviations for, you know, when you say be right back. So for the win, obviously it must have come from like gaming culture, but like to pinpoint where it's from, that's another throwback. That's another throwback. I'm gonna look up for the win. It expresses approval or support and can also mean some other things. Yeah, definitely BRB and AFK still exist, but for the win is like not like used ever anymore. Like I don't see it anymore. I'm actually trying to find if there was like an origin or if it's not like a meme. But you know, now that I think about it, when people say like let's go, I feel like that's the equivalent. It's like something you would say to charge in for like a raid or something. Some kind of like positive battle cry. It's like a Leroy Jenkins moment. Oh gosh. When I learned about the Leroy Jenkins meme, and when I like watched that video, it just all made sense. I'm like, oh, yeah, let's go. It's kind of like, I feel like for the win is like kind of equivalent to that on a energetic, purposeful vibe level. Outdated memes? No! I'm losing my mind. Oh, wow. We were talking about a lot of boomer media earlier. Well, mostly me learning about some like 1980s stuff, but try putting your hands behind your head. Oh, hey yo. Okay. You'll get the cane ready. Thanks, King. I can always count on you, can I, to get the cane ready for all of its intended purposes. Let's see. Bubba Smith, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, how I've been doing it is I have my hands like on the side of my head or kind of like by my ear, and I've been doing my sit-ups. I will try putting my hands behind my head, but actually technically I'm actually done with sit-ups. No? Was that my last set? Or did I accidentally complete? Oh crap. Did I finish my last set, or did I just accidentally like complete it? Oh crap. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'll do 20 sit-ups right now with my hands behind my head to see if it's any more difficult, because I am now curious. I will give that a try. Okay, interesting. All right, I've learned it different ways. I've learned, oh my gosh, that I know isn't true. So I've learned it where you put it like by the side of your head, because if you put it, my thinking was if you put it behind your head, you're like pulling your neck forward, or your head forward before, I don't know. There's another one where you cross your arms. So it's like both hands are on your shoulder, or yeah, and then you want your elbows to touch your knees. I feel like that was just as difficult. I'm gonna do a test. I'm gonna do 10 with my hands across my chest, and then I'm gonna do 10 with my hands behind my head, just to see if I can actually tell if there's any difference. All right, we're gonna test, because, and again, this is subjective, so if for you it's easier or more difficult, that's good to know. All right, I'm gonna test it. So I'm gonna do like 10 with my hands crossed like an X on my shoulder. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, headphones fell. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, those were a little different. All right, we're gonna do them push-ups or sit-ups with the hand behind the head. Let's go. Okay, these are harder. Y'all, these are harder. What the heck? Okay, okay, that's one. What the hell? This is 2. Oh my god, here we go. This is 3. What is this? What is this? What is this? This is 4. Why is this? Why? I don't know why this is harder. 5. What is going on? 6. What? Oh my god. 7. What? I thought these were gonna be easier. How was that 7? Oh my god. 8. Some 9. Somewhere I'm being sent to some dimension. One more. Hold on. What the heck? Okay, hold on. Okay, that is different. Hold on. What just happened? Pause. What just happened? Yo, guys. Okay. My headphones just flew off because I had my hands on my shoulders. Bro. Bubba Smith. Smith person, yes, thank you for the challenge. I accepted. I need a reminder. I need to start doing sit-ups like that. You know what? That unlocked a core memory. I think in high school we used to do sit-ups like that at one point. But for whatever reason, the teacher told us to like just to have the hands over the shoulder. Oh my goodness. You change the way you do your sets every time. That is pretty interesting. I appreciate that. That I was not expecting that. I don't know, for some reason in my brain I thought, oh, it's gonna be easier, right? Because like now you have your hands like pulling you forward. No, absolutely not. I was wrong. I was wrong. I'm humbled. I appreciate that. No problem. Yo, if you can't do sit-ups, do crunches, then leg raises. Okay. Crunches are fine if you don't have any lower back problems, but usually crunches are not too great for your back. Let me adjust something really quick. Whoop. I'm gonna excuse me. Ugh. Oh, that was a doozy. That was a doozy. All right, we're gonna need some hype music for this. We are going to move forward. Those are just first steps to doing sit-ups. Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I open to learning. I am very much a beginner. We're at baby steps, yo. Y'all, we're just getting started. Like, what are we on, day 8? Soon to be day 9? We're taking it baby steps, bro. It's good, it's good. I'm pretty hyped though. Like I said, when I just started earlier this year with the exercises, yeah, no, I was really sad that I didn't have any muscle. I'm pretty happy that I think I'm getting some muscle back, so gonna just continue taking that protein. It's a nice little helper there. Cool. Okay, I need to make a note to do sit-ups like that moving forward. I can't go back. Oh my god, I was not expecting that. The shock. So how I usually do my sit-ups, I'm just like, okay, here we go, and I'm just kind of like taking a deep breath in and then going up, you know, engaging my core. But then this time I was like, I was like, no, that's something. Nope, that's not happening. Yeah, so cool. Your back should be on the platform of the floor. I have been converted. I am now a, what's it called? How are we gonna call this? I am now hands behind head sit-up person. We're bringing back the, it's like Poette, it's like police roleplay reversal. Got my hands up, hands behind your head. That's crazy. Actually, I can kind of still feel my core, like it was engaged in a different way. If you can believe that. Not all heroes wear capes. They just leave one single comment and radically change a person's life and alter, you know, a person for the better. Thank you, sir. What the forums are called? Yeah, I'm not also too familiar with the forums, but I do wanna know. Set up forms. Wait, best setup variations. Yeah, okay, what are these called? The sit-up is a core isolation exercise. Yes, yes. This character has their hands behind their head and corrects pose sit-up, leaves without elaborating. Not all heroes wear capes. Let's just put it at that, okay? I don't know. Maybe they were trolling. Maybe they had some vile bad intention. Doesn't matter. The result was positive, so you know we'll reclaim that. This is why I'm here to give some. Yeah, that does help. No, Alvin, you've also been very helpful as well. With the what is it? It was the planks. That was pretty cool. Because otherwise, I'm very, I don't know what you want to call it. I kind of just stick to what I know. So when I meet people who know more and they're like really nice about sharing, like, hey, try this. I'm like, all right, let's give it a try. Like I said, I learned to do weighted squats because someone showed me. Fell in love with them. I'm like, these are the best things ever. For me, I don't know. Yes, and if anyone learns along the way, added bonus. That is awesome. That is great. Yeah. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to look into that. Okay, but without further ado, we gotta keep going. Poette Everstall, I'm making my name for myself with stalling. It is time, my friends. It is that time. It is time to do planks. The music is helping, the music is hyping me up. No take backs, no backing down in all the right ways. Cause we gotta do these. It's exercise. We got to get stronger. We got to build. I'm gonna get one of these days. Oh, there we go. That was what I was trying to do. Okay. Sadly, for now, I'm just gonna do the normal planks because I'm not advanced enough to do some of the really fancy stuff yet, but I'm determined that I will be able to do some of these alternative planks that were suggested by Alvin. I believe. Just today is not the day, but progress is inevitable. So while it's not today, it will be someday. That is the hope, right? We're gonna get stronger. We're gonna stay optimistic. We're gonna count our gains, take the little wins, and make our day just a little bit better with our small accomplishments. Okay. Here we go. 40 seconds. I am mentally prepping and also setting my watch and timer so I don't do something silly. Okay, let's see. We've got 40 seconds on the clock. All right. It is time to do planks. We're gonna do planks. Believe. We can do it. 40 seconds. I'm gonna take 5 seconds to get into position. Do a minute of plank next. Oh my god. Well, that's not impossible, actually. Let me think about that. It's not impossible. Let me just start the timer. Make sure everything's good. Make sure I know what I'm gonna be doing. Okay, ready? Anyone wants to join? More than welcome to. Otherwise, we're just gonna do a very basic, very vanilla plank. Nothing fancy just yet. So here we go. 5 seconds to get ready. Let's go! All right, I'm in position. And we go. All right, holding. I'm trying something a little new this time. I'm actually holding it exactly as Gym Buddy Poe is. Usually I hold it with my forearm, but this one takes a bit more concentration. Not bad, not bad. Pretty good. All right. Relaxing my shoulder, tucking in my tailbone, engaging my core. Got about 5 seconds left. Got this. All right, there we go. All right, good job, good job, good job. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all, actually. You'll see the difference of doing a second plank to a minute plank. Oh, absolutely. Oh, 1000%. Oh, I'm not doubting that. Let me just lower this. Ooh. Oh man, this music is hype. I feel like I could just keep going like non-stop. Like this is like this is the type of music that I need to listen to when I'm like locked in doing cardio or like kickboxing or, you know, like doing some bag work. I found my old gym like gloves, my boxing kind of, they're like fingerless boxing gloves that I got. I didn't get a chance to use them as much as I wanted to, but they're still there. I dusted them out. I got them out. They were so dirty. I had to like clean them. They're still there. Now I just need a freaking punching bag. Like one of those the ones that are in the gym. They usually have like 2 or 3 so that people can kind of use one. Boy, oh boy, I was not expecting some of these little minor changes. But yeah, so okay, so to go back to your request about 1 minute, it's not that I can't do 1 minute. The longest, to my knowledge, that I can do like a plank, and I tested this before this workout and like planning and trying to make this more accessible to folks who, because there's a few people that I'm thinking about within my community, and maybe just someone out there who just might stumble across my stream and they're like, oh, you know, what's this? You know, I don't want it to be like intimidating. Sometimes if you do more intense things, it's actually inspiring. I totally get that. But for me, like if I see something kind of simple, I'm like, oh wait, I can do this, you know, so that it motivates me. So there's different psychologies, there's different paths, there's different like marketing. But so for me, my quote unquote limit, if I really push, I could probably do 2 minutes, but I've never tried that. My limit so far is like 1 minute and 30 seconds, like maybe 1 minute and 40 seconds. Again, I haven't tested my ultimate limit of holding just a normal plank, right? And that's why we talked about like the guy who was holding a plank for what, like 8 or 9 hours. And then there's like this like older woman who's like a grandma, and she's also on the record for what, like 4 or 5 hours as the for women to hold the plank. So yeah, I mean, and another thing is you have to keep in mind, I'm also calculating, like I have to go through each stream and like count how much of the workout that I'm doing in order to pay back the quote unquote debt, the debt from the charity, the rewards and stuff that I mentioned earlier. Right, yeah, no, just plank for 8 hours. Like, what's the problem? What's the problem, Poe? Why, okay, you can't plank for 8 hours? Like, normal people work for 8 hours. Well, you can't plank and do nothing for 8 hours? Oh, well, I guess I can't. I'm so sorry. That was not in my That was not in my bingo card for 2026. I was not anticipating holding an 8-hour plank. But actually, if I remember correctly, the total amount for planks, wasn't it like half an hour? It was just straight 30 minutes, right? That's funny. That's pretty funny. If I held a plank for 1 minute, yeah, I was just gonna say, if I held a plank for 1 minute, it would take about 30 streams. And I would be able to accomplish that. 30 more streams and all of this beginner routine is like over. And I don't know if, this is probably maybe the second time I've actually talked about this. I think I have a problem. It's not like a big problem, but it's like something that I acknowledge. And what that is it's, as I'm trying to troubleshoot the music really quick, what it is, it's, I don't know if there's a word for it, so let me know if there's an actual word or if it's a real phobia, but I don't like endings. I realized that at some point. So you know how, I think it was like on my Twitter or like my social media or like part of like my early branding, it was always like, a new chapter begins, right? Next chapter. But it's never the last chapter. It's never Final Fantasy Poette edition. It's never final. It's always something new. It's always the next thing. It's never the end. And I started to think about that because like, I was like, man, if I was thinking to myself, like, when would I ever say the last chapter or the final chapter? I think a while back, someone in the community made like this really funny like reference. If I was in Jujutsu Kaisen, the anime, if I was a character in Jujutsu Kaisen, my superpower, or what was it, my domain expansion would be something like the last chapter or something really epic like that. And I'm like, yo, that's so cool. You know, if I was ever a Jujutsu Kaisen character or in that, you know, franchise or whatever, or universe. But then I thought, man, when would I ever say or use something like, oh, the last chapter, the ending of something? And it's really funny because it reminded me of my colleague, if you guys remember, or if you know, or if you don't know. You guys remember Endra? And it's so funny because his whole like identity, his whole theme, his branding, his concept was like the reincarnation of the end. So like an entity that represents the ending of things. Like, and when I think of cycles, when I think of like a cyclical process, there's like a beginning, middle, end, right? And it's it has even like the, what is it, the Ouroboros, where it's like a snake chasing its tail. Even it technically has a beginning, which is its head, and then the ending is the tail, right? So I would be like the head, and Andrew would be the tail, and then whatever the rest of the body. But I thought that was really interesting. I don't know if I'm overthinking it, but that did cross my mind at some point. Really weird. Random thought. No thoughts behind it, just something I thought about. Yeah, so I don't know if I want to schedule an 8-hour plank. Maybe for that stream, I really would be like, oh, well, it's the end of me, 8 hours, and I'll probably be broken. I don't think I'll be functional after 8 hours of just, I don't even know if I can like sit still for 8 hours. If that even makes sense. Like, I don't even know if it's even possible for me to just like sit still as an isometric challenge. I just can't see it. Like, I feel like I would like get bored. I feel like I would want to get up and go to the bathroom. I feel like I'd want to like eat something. I feel like I'd want to stretch or do something different. I feel like I'd want to like look at something, like maybe if I held a plank while reading a book, maybe like the book is like right in front of me, underneath me, and I'm just like turning the pages as I'm holding a plank, maybe. I think I would just like also fall asleep, but then I'd be so uncomfortable in that position holding a plank, so I would just be like miserable for 8 hours. Ever heard of the longest dancing competition? What? No, I haven't. There's a dancing competition, the longest dancing competition. What? You don't want to do an 8-hour plank because you actually want to do. You got me. Oh, well, you saw right through me. Yeah. Oh my god. Sleeping competition? I feel like even that would be really boring. Cause like I'd probably sleep for like maybe 10 to 14 hours. But then at some point I'd want to wake up. If not, I'm basically in a coma. Like at that point, if I don't wake up, I'm in a coma. Like that's not even sleeping anymore. That's just coma Olympics. No offense to people who have a coma, because like that can be very nerve-wracking to be stuck in a coma. All right, longest dancing competition. Hold on, longest dancing competition. Yeah, there's also that. And like, what about hydration? There's also, you're probably gonna get hungry, probably gonna get agitated, moody if you just try to sleep and you can't sleep. What in God's name? The longest dance marathon by an individual is 127 hours. It was achieved by a person whose name I cannot pronounce, not because their name is bad, it's because I personally am failing to read really cool names, but I'm gonna try. Shushti Sudhir Jagtap in 2023, which is that's actually quite recent. The dance marathons have a history of endurance competitions. Yeah, no kidding. That's pure peak endurance, with some lasting months. Well, it also depends on the style of dance or how intensive it is. Like if you're just doing like foxtrot or like a ballroom or a waltz, I mean, I guess you could just delude yourself into thinking you're trapped and you're just gonna do the same thing over and over again. But if it's something really intense, that's also very impressive. A historic record, 1930s. Contests lasted thousands of hours. Okay. 16 weeks. Okay, that's yeah. A few months. In the 16th century, there was an outbreak of dancing plague. Oh wait, no, I actually heard of that. I didn't even think it was real though. I didn't think it was real. I straight up thought it was just some like urban myth, some kind of like thing to, I don't even know what the purpose of telling someone that about that kind of thing, but I guess if it's something that happened, I guess, I don't know. That's so weird. Okay, well, going back, what I'll do is I will do one plank for 60 seconds. I will try a plank, my second set, for 60 seconds. I'm not gonna be a happy camper, but I'll do it. I'm just gonna try to decide, should I do the plank the way I've been doing it in the past, where it's like my elbow is touching the ground and my forearm and my palms are kind of like propping me up? Or should I do the form where I'm just doing, what is it? The plank as if I'm about to do a push-up and I just hold it like that? I don't know if there's a difference. Plank forms. Wait, not plant. I'm not trying to be a plant. No, not plant. Plank. Plank. What? Plank. I said plant. I typed plant. That was a mistake. But basically, if you're doing a plank, you might as well just be a plant. Before smartphones, people find ways to entertain themselves. Oh boy, did they. Boy, oh boy. I am wondering which way to do a plank. I feel like I looked this up and I should know, and there's an actual name for it. I think it's called rocking plank. Hold on. Rocking plank. I'm gonna double check if this is rocking plank form. Is where your elbows and forearm. Yeah, that's the form that I've been using. And then there's another one. This is like deja vu. I feel like we had talked about this when we were talking about the alternative forms of this. Hold on. Okay. Wait, this is confusing. Now it's saying low hip twist plank. What? Oh wait, no, that's different. No, I take that back. Rocking is like a movement. Never mind. Misleading. Inconsistent. Very inconsistent. What is going on? I am misled. Oh, plank jacks? Oh, it's where your feet are moving sideways, like doot, doot, doot. Okay, you wanted to mention that before? Side movement plank is also nice. Yeah. There's a bit of engagement, more engagement there with the movement. Basically any movement, yeah, that's a lot harder when you're trying to isolate like a muscle group. Isometrics. Whew. The longest abdominal plank record. Oh yeah, no, we know. It's this guy, yeah, Joseph. Yeah, we looked him up. This is like maybe the third time we've talked about the world's longest plank holder. And then there's a woman. She's like a grandmother, and I think it was her. She like broke her arm, and then she like did some other exercises still while her arm was broken, and then she just became the person to hold the longest plank for female. I think the guy Joseph is from like Czech or something. I don't remember, but something like that. Anyways, I am mentally preparing to hold a plank for a minute. I am also stalling. This is also part of my madness. Yeah, I don't know. Accidents happen. Like when you're older, and if you fall down or if you get into any kind of accident, it just takes a while longer to heal. It's a little bit more devastating. Okay, so I guess this timer doesn't matter anymore. 45 seconds don't matter. I gotta set a new timer. All right, well, okay, I got 1 minute. I am gonna try a minute. Hold up, Poe. You still have 30 minutes and a set of stalling? Always. Poette ever stall at your service. Trying to think. I don't know why I look so frumpy. Look, why do I look so frumpy? But I'm frumpy because I gotta do planks. The tracking could be worked on some more, slowly but surely. Think faster, Poe. I'm gonna do the 60-second plank, holding it as if I'm about to do a push-up. That's gonna be a little bit more interesting on my shoulders, but we're gonna see. And if I survive, I'll do the next one using the other form, just out of curiosity's sake. Oh man, we're really moving up in the world, aren't we? We're slowly progressing faster than I wanted, but it's okay. All right, so all right, here we go. We are going to plank for a minute, 60 seconds, 30 seconds, as if. We're gonna give it a try because I am feeling ambitious. That is what happens when you're fueled and you eat enough carbs and calories before a workout stream, a herp-a-derp. I usually wouldn't agree to this if I'm like really tired or malnourished for the day, obviously. by far you stopped exercise? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's normal. 2 minutes? That's not too bad. Actually, before I begin, I am just very curious. What is the average for holding a plank? Like average time? Because I think it's like a minute. Like you don't want to go over 2 minutes because otherwise it doesn't really do anything. What? No. So there's an article I read right before I did all this workout stream. I was really curious. I was like, because you want to be effective with your time, right? Meanwhile, Gym Buddy Poe's already like, I'm on it. Gym Buddy Poe is just like, I'm gonna just hold this plank regardless. Oh, what? Oh, hold on. Because you wanna maximize efficiency and time, right? So, let's see, fitness level. If you have limited mobility, if you can do less than 10 seconds, that's average. If you're new to exercise, like you're brand spanking new, or you don't know what you're doing, less than 30 seconds is a good time for you. If you're a beginner, 30 to 60 seconds. Yes, this sounds familiar, hence why I chose 40 seconds. Intermediate is 1 to 2 minutes. So if you're like in an intermediate fitness level, like you go to the gym every day, maybe you do CrossFit, that's like intermediate advanced, maybe even beyond that. Advanced, it's between 2 to 4 minutes. You should be able to hold a plank for 2 to 4 minutes, like easy. I don't know what this elite fitness level, maybe you're like beyond a bodybuilder, you're like probably an athlete or like a competitive person in sports or something. If you're an athlete, you should be able to hold, average for a plank is 4 to 6 minutes. I think anything more than that, you're just really pushing your limit to see like, okay, what's my maximum time before I give out, like before I cave in, like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, like mentally and physically. Because we've talked about like the mental part of something and then like the physical part, right? It's crazy. When I was young, I didn't have the physique, obviously, but I had the mentality. I was crazy. I was like, I can do it. And then like someone would be like, no, you can't do it. I'm like, I can do it. And then I was like, let me do it, move aside. And they're really nice. So they let me like try to lift something that I've never lifted before. Obviously I can't do it. And I'm like, oh, I can't do it. So there's that mental part. Whereas now, as I've gotten older, I'm like more cautious. So I do appreciate the nudge and the push to like try something more more advanced. You can do it. Oh my God. No, sometimes it's not like that though. Sometimes it really is, your body is not, it comes down to a science as well. Right, if you've never lifted anything, or you're new to lifting, or you're just getting started lifting, obviously you can't lift or bench 100 or 200 pounds just cold, right? You kind of have to build up for that. But as a kid, you know, when you've never experienced the pain of failure and defeat, so it's really funny to kind of remember that. Anyways, okay, all right, 60 seconds. Got this. All right. All right. I think I need some different music. Give me a second. Oh. Hold on. I need hype music for this. I'm gonna need some motivation. You know, like you gotta. It's very psychological for me. So here, let me see if I can. Oh. Here we go. All right, this is gonna give me the power. This is gonna give me the motivation I need to hold a plank for 60 seconds. Let's go. All right, I got this. I can do it. Here we go. There's no timer, so we're just gonna have to go by my watch. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the plank position, and on the downbeat, soon we're gonna get started. Right about Roll it around now. Alright, here we go. Alright, 60 seconds has begun. Alright. I might try doing the push-up plank. Alright. Alright, we're in the plank. In the plank. Relaxing my shoulders. Breathing. Staring at the floor because I'm not about to crank my neck. Okay. Yep. It's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute. Yes, sirree, Bob. I don't know what time it is right now, but oh man, I can't even look at my watch. Pain. Alright, I believe. I should take off my watch next time so it's right in front of me. Cause this is torture. Maybe if I just count. Okay, oh wait, no. Okay, that was a minute. Okay. Yo, that was a minute. Thank God my watch didn't betray me. Hold on. Alright, that was a minute. You'll be floating after this? I'm floating right now. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm floating. Whoa, let me check my heart rate. Thank goodness that my watch gave me a notification that 1 minute was up. It does this thing where it like it buzzes a little bit. So I'm like, whew. I have this weird paranoia that like I think I pressed the timer. This might actually be OCD. This might be a form of OCD because I was talking about someone who has OCD. Like this person has OCD, clinically diagnosed, right? I'm not self-diagnosing. Maybe I am, but it's where like you turn off the stove, but you keep thinking you didn't, so you keep checking on it, and it's like a tick. So it's like a tick. So that's me. That's my tick. My heart rate is 120, 122. Okay. Wow. That was interesting. So that is my little bit on not knowing if my watch is going to tell me whether I am truly holding it for a minute or not. But yeah, that was something. Not impossible, actually. Still very, very manageable now that I think about it. That makes me think. Thank you, live type. Thank you. Yes, job well done for anyone and everyone tuning into this madness of exercise. It makes me wonder if moving forward I should just stick to 60 seconds for planks. I'm also trying to think, okay, well, I have to do this 3 times. You know, am I gonna get gassed and freaking collapse? Nah, I should be okay, right? It's like I should be slowly making progression. It'll just be funny if anyone who's missed the workout streams, they come back and then they'll be like, when did this happen? Bet. I'm placing my bets right now. Someone from the community will come back and they'll be ready to join the workout, and they'll be like, wait, why is it a minute? Last time I checked it was 35 seconds. Last time it was 40 seconds. Why is it a full minute? I'll be like, oh, how the plot has thickened. How we have progressed. My goodness. All right, I will marinate on that, honestly. I will also, but I don't think I'm gonna go more than a minute. Not because I can't. It's also for efficiency and like time. Well, I'm sure it's really cool to hold a plank for, you know, like 10 minutes or 5 minutes. At some point, I feel like the efficiency starts to like depreciate. Like, for example, you could probably get more out of a different workout than just an isometric workout, but I'm not sure. People could argue either way. I read an article saying, oh, you know, after a certain point of holding a plank or any kind of isometric workout, not just a plank, just anything that isolates and you have to hold the muscle, it loses efficiency the longer you do it. So you kind of want to get that sweet spot where it's like, okay, you're engaging it, you're activating that muscle, and then you want to do the release part too. So I think it has something to do with bicep curls as well. Like you're curling your bicep and then you're holding it there, and and then you're like slowly releasing it or something. I don't know. I haven't done those in particular, but going back to the chill music. No, actually, no, I have one more. I lied. I have one more. Intense 60 seconds. 600 seconds. 600 seconds. Why are you adding 0? Why is there an extra? Sir, I think you dropped a 0. You can have it back. This is not my 0. I don't believe this is. Here, have a cookie. It's round like a 0. I'm good. I'm good. Let's see. Okay, we will go back. Nah, I'm good. It's let me just get ready. All right, building up for that next 60 seconds of torture. I mean planks. Yeah, that's it. Wait, where is it? Haha, there we go. Eating in front of Poa. Great. We found some extra zeros flying around. Yeah. It shows. Okay, here we go. 60 seconds. We got this. I hope it's not too loud. I hope the music's all right. Okay. I'm gonna try to hold it differently. So, here we freaking go. And we're up. Oh, I didn't time it right this time. That's okay. We're up. We are holding a plank. Our elbows are on the mat. Our palms are down. Shoulder width apart. Engaging the core. I feel like this is harder. I'm not sure. Alright, 30 more seconds. About breathing. Breathing is important. Relaxing shoulder. That's important too. About 15 seconds left. Oh my god. Alright. Anytime now. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm done. Oh, that's 60 seconds. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Give me a minute. Bruh. No, that's not it. I'm done. 60 seconds. I think the form really makes a difference. Hold on, let me... Excuse me. Just check my heart rate really quick. Oh my goodness. Let me just lower this really quick. Okay, back to chill beats. We're good. We're good. We're good. Oh my gosh. Either... No, not either. I think it is. I think that form that I did just made it a little bit harder. I don't know which one to do now. I think I should just do the one where you're about to do a push-up. But then if I do that, I can't see my watch. Whereas if I have my elbows on the mat, what I do is I just kind of like, I windshield wipe my forearm in front of me to check my watch, and then I just windshield wipe it back into place. Oh my goodness. That's 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take these wins. I appreciate the challenge. Yeah, going back to the extra zeros just lying around. You're gonna be eating while I'm working out. That's cruel and unusual, but you do you, sir. You had a workout routine that will increase the seconds or repetitions in time. Huh, okay. That's 2 minutes and 40 seconds overall. Yeah, for sure. As for obnoxious, that's kind of not on topic, although I would be happy to talk about the implications. There's a lot of things to unpack there. Homelessness, consumerism, why the hell are you eating donuts, empty carbs and sugar? Like, anyways, like in an exercise stream, but anyways, okay, symbolism, cultural reference, yeah, okay, anyways, lot to unpack there. Not the stream today, unfortunately. I apologize. I do remember your username. I do recognize you. Nothing noteworthy, but anyways, okay, intrusive thoughts. Okay, who said that? What? Okay, eat more good calories to recover. Yes, protein, carbs, protein, lots of protein, different types of protein, right? You get your eggs, you get your meats, protein shakes just for supplement. Yeah, no, for real, that is off topic tremendously, and yeah, that's been happening kind of recently. We would just get some like random person dropping in, saying some off-key thing, and I don't know what's going on, honestly. Like that one person who talked about Marvel Rivals, and I was like, what's going on there? This, I don't know. I guess they just really need to be heard. 8 eggs to target that protein percentage. Yes, and you know, not just any eggs, but the reishi chicken eggs. Yeah, the reishi eggs. Basically what it is like these chickens are raised free range and they're fed like the highest quality food and vegetables, like mushrooms, or like the vegetables, rice grains or something. I don't know. They're just fed really well, and then they produce amazing eggs, and they even, like, based on their diet, it affects the flavor of the egg as well. So that was pretty cool. If you're going for chicken, eat the breast part. Yeah, for sure. Lean meats, for sure. Just like the Anti-Life days. Yeah, dude, oh my gosh, Anti-Life days, my goodness, that must be really interesting, seeing kind of like the progression of things from the beginning and how it's progressed here. Because I remember when we were doing mobile streams right before I transitioned into like streaming on YouTube/Twitch, it was a lot easier to do the exercise streams, right? It was just super easy. Like barely any logistics, just hop on the stationary bike and go. It was fun back then. Yeah, good old times, right? Chicken thigh. Yeah, unfortunately, in terms of like flavor and texture, like the different parts of the chicken, yeah, different quality. yeah, for sure. The chicken breast usually has more protein for sure, but I don't know how to say this. I don't know if it's, I don't even know like what's real anymore. Yeah, protein, nah, I want the taste. I need that flavor profile. It's kind of difficult to, so like unless you, like myself, like unless I raise chickens, butcher them, consume them, cook them, or it's really hard for myself to regulate the quality of the meat. But in some places, or nationwide, or depending on your country and your food regulations, that's been affected as of I don't know. I think it was like they're gonna say like starting in March. I don't remember. There's just so many like policies and things happening. Like the education funding thingy is like in July, where only 11 programs are considered professional, and that's like not including nurses, nurse practitioners, dentists, creatives like writers, teacher, like even some certain departments of teaching. Anyways, so like, what was I trying to say? With food inspection, ordinarily you would, I don't know if this even matters, but the reference was ordinarily it takes a minute to inspect one chicken. So you, with your gloves and your lab coat and your mask and your biohazard suit, are inspecting a single chicken for 1 minute, you know, like 10 seconds here, 10 seconds here, 10 seconds over here, 10 seconds up here. You're just inspecting the chicken for a good 60 seconds, ensuring there's no infection, no open wounds, no blah, 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 no weird missing feathers, no skin rashes and whatever. And then on to the next chicken. But now it's like, I think the comparison is like you need to check 2 to 3 chickens in a minute. And so the argument was like, oh, that's not enough time to inspect for like discoloration of nails, skin, you know, feet, feathers, beak, eye, quality. And then even say you do inspect it, you still need time to like write it down, like jot down the notes of like what's wrong with this particular chicken, and you have to take like 5 seconds to check the little number on the chicken, and then, you know, make sure that this chicken doesn't get slaughtered just yet because it needs time to heal its weird wound on its hand or wing or whatever. I don't know, that was just my little narrative about that. So yeah, now there's one person holding 3 chickens and making sure they're not infected or sickly or unwell before sending them for slaughter and consumption. Moo. I wish there was like a Wagyu chicken. Is there a Wagyu chicken, or is Wagyu? No, there. Hold on. Wagyu. There's a Y in there. Is there such thing? Wagyu chicken is not a recognized term. Okay, yeah, because it refers to a breed of cattle, of beef cattle. Okay, never mind. Oh, but there's something called Jidori chicken, often described as the Kobe beef of chicken. Yeah, no, I didn't say Wagyu chicken. Who said Wagyu chicken? No one said Wagyu chicken. Don't worry about it. It's a premium chicken variety. Jidori, Jidori chicken, is described as the Kobe beef of chicken. It's premium chicken, known for its rich flavor and quality. It's raised in a similar artisanal manner. It's not an abomination. You take that back. That's not an abomination. I was just trying to look for some high quality chicken, and apparently I just misnamed it, mislabeled it. It's Jidori chicken, not whatever the hell I said. It's Jidori chicken. Okay, I want to look up this Jidori chicken. I don't know if there's like some fancy restaurant that sells Jidori chicken, but we're about to find out. All right, Jidori chicken. What is it? It's a, oh, okay. It's a Japanese term for a local bird. It's typically a chicken that it's bred and raised using traditional methods. Okay, so it's probably free range, etc., etc. So King is like, I can already see King like holding the stick in his hand, ready to use it. Okay. Oh, so apparently there's some pretty good recipes online. Easy homemade Jidori chicken. There's Jidori herb chicken, roasted Jidori chicken, pan roasted. All right, why did this stream suddenly become a food channel? Miso Jidori chicken. The fact that I actually know that reference, mind blowing. Oh my god. But mom. Let's see. Jidori chicken. Oh, there's a Spanish style roasted Jidori chicken. Okay, miso. Roasted again. Looks pretty good. Time to find a yakitori specialist. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Talking about food, you just ate a bean burrito. Yummy. That sounds nice. Oof. All right. So we have completed my planks. All planks have been completed. I am now going to cycle and we can yap about food and possible abominations of food. I don't know. But hey Moth, good to see you again. Thank you so much for being here. I am going to set up so I can do some cycling. We're gonna do some cardio. Cardio is the way. We are going to run or do some kind of cardio. I don't know. Jumping jacks, whatever. Anything. What is it? I actually have a question that just popped up in my head, but before that, hey, good to see you. Nice to see you again, Moth. Welcome in. Meet everyone else in the lobby. Show yourself. We had Lettuce here earlier. There was Alvin. We had some other folks tuning in. You know, we had the what's his name? I don't remember. It was like Smith. I'm gonna just name the man Smith. Not all heroes wear capes. I don't even know if that was intended to be like a troll or like a demeaning thing, but I don't know, it was helpful, so I'm just gonna take it in a positive light, you know? Yeah. So, without further ado, we will get the 15 minutes. Why did I say seconds? I wish. 15 seconds of cardio. Dude, 15 seconds of cardio. Imagine just getting on the bike and then getting off the bike. That is your cooldown. Thank you very much. I'll be here next week. No, 15 minutes. It's gonna be 15 minutes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, so we'll get the timer started. Panas? What is that? Wait, what's panas? I'm sorry, I can't look that up now. I'm on the stationary bike. I'm away from the keyboard. Well, technically, the keyboard's wireless. Nah, I'm good. I'll look that up later. Your panas? Panas? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Oh boy, what a workout. Yeah, surprisingly, I was really worried that I was falling behind. But no, we still technically kept to the time that it usually takes for me to stall and then do the entire workout. So technically I'm still on time. Technically. Panas, homies in Puerto Rican slang. Let's go. Good to know. Very nice. So for those folks, scholars, viewers, participants, now is your time to cool down with some cardio. Staller Evergreen, Poette Staller. Yes, the Ever Staller. I am known for my exquisite technique in evading responsibility. Oh, I try not to. That's not very accountable or responsible. I like to think of myself as just a little bit on the procrastinating, but like, I need to work on that actually. I don't really want to procrastinate. The good news is I have found kind of the momentum, the inspiration, the motivation to kind of pick up. No! I was trying to avoid saying something like that. No, that's not what I meant. Oh no. That's not what I meant at all. A little oh no. Okay, alright. I mean, I have my quirks, okay? Oh my god. So, the funny thing is, so you know how I am forgetful? I really am. I do my best to like write things down and eventually get to, you know, things that I need to do. it's just a little bit slower than intended sometimes for various different reasons, like logistical things, technical things, timing issues, or just things don't go according to plan, but what have you. But still, it's very satisfying when you get something done. That's for sure. So, okay, so you know how I'm like really forgetful about things, right? I actually made it into a lore. I wrote it in as part of a debuff. So one of the things that I'm like working on slowly, really freaking slowly, is writing more. I hate to be that person that says, oh, I only write when inspiration hits, but I am sadly that person who only is able to write when inspiration slaps me upside the head and says write. Otherwise, I am literally rendered an empty shell of a peanut that's already been eaten. So I'm sorry to say, I am an empty shell of a peanut that's already been eaten when I have no inspiration to write. But when I have inspiration to write, boy oh boy, I'm like a pigeon with an onion on its head or something. I don't know. It's a very natural creative process. I'm trying to work on not relying on these bursts of creative waves of energy. I'm trying to make it so that it's not about waiting for the creativity, but trying to create instances where I can still write, but it's really difficult. But yeah, so that's, I basically wrote in that Poette, me, I am forgetful. It's part of my lore. It is a trait. It's a debuff. It's to debuff me. I am debuffed. I have been debuffed. So yeah. The more you know. Can't outrank you in being forgetful and procrastinating. Well, it's not, you know, it's not like a forgetful, it's not an Olympics of who can be the most forgetful person, but I think it's, if anything, it's very relatable. Forgetting things, procrastinating, putting things off, waiting, stalling. These are all very like common experiences that we experience, whether we, you know, actively want to or not. Obviously, you can always make efforts to try to reduce the amount of forgetfulness that happens. Like for me, I do religiously carry a planner with me. I do enjoy the process of writing down things that I've accomplished, as well as making lists of things I need to do or remember for later. So that is what my planner is for. It's very helpful. Because y'all know there's only so much starch that my brain can compute at a certain time. So it's very helpful when I don't have to rely on my backlog of a brain to recall things, and just, you know, writing it down helps, because if I do something else and I come back to my planner, I can be like, oh yeah, this thing. Rather than the scheduler. Why does that sound like a murder title? Like a homicide case. What? The forgetful staller? Yes. The forgetful staller. Dude, the scheduler straight up sounds like something from like some kind of true crime thing. I don't know. The scheduler. Do I have an agenda? My agenda. My agenda is to show up, make resources, which I'm struggling, but anyways, this is just be present, create a space that's positive, authentic, fun, you know, informative and lighthearted, but also has the capacity for, you know, difficult topics, let's just say, in a way that's handled with grace. Yeah, that's my agenda. Live just now. You sound like a news reporter. Poe, the scheduler, scheduled the agenda again. Oh my gosh. That is quite the title. Whew. But yeah, as we wind down, as we cool down from this pretty awesome workout, you said it in Spanish, a planner for your daily life. Oh, because you did it that way? Yeah, it really did sound like a news reporter, like a news anchor. That's so funny. As for Moth, yeah, so I have a planner that I use to like block in things that I need to remember. And also, if I accomplish something, I write it down. Rather than, it got to a certain point where if I wrote down a to-do list, I wouldn't do the to-do list all the time. So I would still write the to-do list, but then in my planner, when I get something done, I just write it down when I get it done. And then I slowly cross it off on my to-do list, as opposed to like, I don't know, it's an inverse process, if that makes sense. Like I still have the same list of things to do, but it's just in a different format. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not sure if that makes sense or not, but you just do whatever works for you. If it's writing it down, if it's putting it on a planner or on a little sticky note, if it's just keeping it in your brain. Yeah. So like I write down important appointments, right? Yeah, like I write down important appointments, and then like, say for example, I need to do certain things. Rather than saying, okay, on Monday, I have to clean my toilet or I have to clean the shower room, I'll just say in general, like, oh, I just need to do these tasks. If I can't do it on Monday, that's okay. It doesn't have to be on Monday. So I'll just write a separate list of things I need to do. So I remember it later. If I forget, if I can remember it now, I just write it down. And then as I complete the task, I write it down when I complete it. And for me, that's very satisfying rather than making a to-do list and checking it off. It just depends on your preference, your capacity, your timeline, your availability, and all that. Yeah. And I think lately I've been scheduling a time for myself, just to sit with my thoughts, organize my thinking, organize my schedule, organize my planner, organize what I need to do, and also like make time for myself to like relax. I know that sounds really crazy. The hustle life is no more. It is now the potato life. But yeah. You also schedule what you do. 12 hours of work. Huh, interesting. Excuse me. You try to. Exactly. I completely hear that. I am the same way. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just it's the time that we're in. I posted something in the community space. It was something Dr. K mentioned. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to play the clip. It's really short. I could send a link if you guys are okay with it. It's on YouTube. It's a really long video. He talks about what happens to anybody, male, female, just anybody who pushes themselves to the limit for too long. So like at first, that's cool and all, right? It's like, yeah, I'm getting so much things done. I'm overcoming my body. You know, my body says I'm tired, but no, my brain says I can keep going. So I push it to the limit for like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years until I'm like super old. And then my body is like breaking down and I can't do this anymore physically, right? But yeah. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, Alvin, but it's actually not worth it, because that lifestyle or that mentality will lead you to, well, in his examples, it can, not always, depending on your specific body, it's different. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't want to like be negative about it either. I think it just really depends on each individual. So, but he was just talking about it and I was like tuning in and I thought it was really interesting and insightful to just consider, like, why are people so unhappy? Why are people so unhappy? Why are they so tired all the time? Even after they've gotten 10 hours of sleep, they're still so quote unquote tired. You can play it if you add commentary. Okay, yeah. For sure, yeah. I think I sent a clip of it. It's really short. It's like a minute or two. So it's like a shortened version of the longer version. So someone just clipped it. It was really helpful. Just something to think about, like not... Obviously, anyone can do anything with their life. Right? Yeah, the type of tired that sleep just won't fix. Like, what is that, right? And in one of my videos, I did talk about, like, there's different dimensions of well-being, and there's different types of rest, right? So when we're talking about, like, sleeping, yes, that's physical rest. There's also other forms of rest, like creative rest. There's a few others as well. I am noticing that we are almost time. We're almost at time. There we go. So yeah. Oof. That was a very nice 15-minute cool down, just to give ourselves and our muscles a little bit of extra care and attention, saying, hey, you worked really hard today. Good for you. And, you know, cooling down with a little bit of cardio, a little bit of stretching just kind of reminds us, well, for me, maybe it's like my own little spiel, but I do like kind of giving closure, right? Giving a little bit of closure to the workout is just my favorite thing to do. It's a form of my own mental self-care and honoring something that should feel like it should be tied up nicely, like a little present and, you know, packaged nicely to wrap things up. So that was a really good cool down, getting some oxygen, blood flow into our muscles that have been working very well for us. And yeah, we'll start stretching in just a bit. You get 3 sets of 8 hours of sleep. That's funny. Yeah. So maybe after 5 minutes, I can try to pull it up, the clip. It's gonna be a shorter clip. It's not gonna be the full video. In fact, the full video is like an hour and something, but just this little bit of clip. And I personally really appreciate what Dr. K is doing. healthgamergg, if you guys know. And I think it's really helpful. Actually, here it is. Waha. So, alright, so I do have the clip. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna share it. But in addition to that, we will stretch. So again, this is an invitation, as always. You don't have to participate, but it's always a warm invitation to check in with yourself mentally, emotionally, physically. Are you noticing any tension anywhere? Are you noticing any tightness in the clenching of your jaw? Is there any, pains, aches? Can we bring awareness to our spine, decompressing our vertebrae by stretching upward? Maybe giving our neck a nice little rotation from side to side, rolling our shoulders back from a hard day's work, reminding ourselves that we are doing a very good job and we are doing the best we can given what we know and what we have at our disposal. So gosh darn it, I didn't get a chance to read from the inner workout because we had a lot of topics to talk about today. We talked about a lot of different things from like old school media stuff, or as you folks might call it, boomer media. Talked about some protein options. I learned about Jadori chicken, the Kobe beef of chicken, which makes me wonder if Jadori chicken has a lot of fat, because Kobe beef is known for like its fat content, and supposedly that's what makes it really good, I suppose. By the way, I'm stretching my arm, so my arm is like going across my chest, getting a nice little stretch there. No inner workout because too much outer workout. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong there. That's pretty funny. Let me see. So I found the video. I just don't know if I can get it. Jadori is more healthier. Yeah, because it's probably raised differently, probably treated differently, probably fed different ingredients, different hormones in its body. Yeah. So we're still, oh, looks like I was trying to do something weird. I am stretching my arms out. If you guys want, rotate your ankles. If you're up on your feet all day, it's nice to just kind of, I don't know if you want to call it self-massaging. It's also acupressure on yourself. You kind of like wiggle your toes, kind of stretch out your digits. And yeah, I always get a really good, what's it called? Like behind my thigh, I get a really good stretch there. And just kind of doing a little body scan, like checking in with myself from head to toe. I think I mentioned this earlier, maybe I didn't, but the yoga classes that I've been taking have been very, very helpful. It's like very complimentary. And the last yoga class that I took, the next day I woke up just feeling so much better. I felt taller. Like I felt my spine was very decompressed. I didn't feel achy or sore. So that's really nice. I know when I'm really achy and sore, it can contribute to moodiness and irritability, because when you're in discomfort, you might not always be in the greatest of mindsets, right? And when you're stressed or worried about something or conflicted or unsure, or maybe even having feelings of insecurity, it can really affect your mood, right? Uncertainty, stressors, things like that. So that was our 5-minute stretch, and that will conclude the workout portion. Yay! Good job, good job. I'll go ahead and wind down the music and see if we can, let me see. I will see if I can bring up Dr. K's little video. I believe it's possible. Let me see how how this will be done. It will be done. I am thinking, I believe it's this one. Okay, let's do it. I believe I have found a way to make this possible. I just need to fix it. But yeah, so any reflections, any thoughts about today's workout? Any topics that resonated with you? Any topics that didn't resonate with you? How we feeling? Did anyone work out? How did y'all enjoy the workout today? Any comments? Yeah, hopefully I can maybe move forward and do the 60 seconds for planks. That'd be pretty awesome, actually, if I could. I mean, one, it shows progress, and it's nice to feel challenged, to push yourself, to improve, like by little bit, like increments, right? Not all of a sudden. It was great. Oh, great, awesome, cool. Live type. I hope it encouraged you or gave you some time to also participate in some variation of exercise in your own way, right? I think a lot of times I hear people say, oh, I don't have time, and I totally get that, right? Like, there's a lot of stressors, there's a lot of worries and things that make it feel like we don't have the space and time, but you know, maybe if we can just carve out a little bit of that in our day and spend it in a space like this, it's not as hard to find time to care for yourself and connect with others. So you're kind of doing two things, socializing and also exercising. Okay, so let me see if this works. Let's go. All right, so I was able to bring it up. This is Dr. K. Hallelujah. And I guess the title is kind of interesting. So I think he'll explain it again. The video is like a minute and 42 seconds. So when you guys are ready, what I'm gonna do is I'll play it. I might stop here and I'll stop it like once or twice just so I don't get this weird copyright whatever strike. But this is Dr. K, also known as healthgamergg. Before you make any weird comments about anything, you know, do some research, check out some of his topic. Maybe he doesn't resonate with you, maybe he does. Again, it's totally cool either way. But I personally think a lot of the things he says is very interesting and insightful and just something to consider, not necessarily like a Bible, but it's, you know, it's still really interesting to consider. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check this out. Here we go. Bam. I think, no, yeah, no, that didn't work. That's not it. I'm just kidding. I am just kidding. That was not it. Redo. I get another redo. Hold on one second, guys. I can do this. I believe I have the competency. Okay, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try this again. We're gonna try this again. Here we go.
I'm going to be a stronger person. I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to be the person that people can rely on. The problem is, as we become that person, there are a couple of scary prices that we pay. The first price that we pay is psychic amputation.
Okay, pause. Sorry, I'm going to pause right there. Oh, okay. He's got his eyes closed. He's ready for the amputation. Sorry, Mr. K. Hold on. Okay, there we go. He's ready to
take all of those feelings.
Okay, so I just remembered something I wanted to say, sorry. This is from the video. It's called The State of Mental Illness in 2025. So this is just a snippet. Anyways, he's talking about psychic amputation, when you say you're gonna like plow through things. Okay, cool, that's my commentary. Continue, sorry.
Being bad, and we shut them off. because that's not really who I am, right? This is an identity that I'm striving for. It is not my general experience of the now. And here's why it's so addictive, because when we use sublimation and we take I hate my career, let me show my career who hates who. I'm going to teach my career a lesson. I'm going to go to graduate school. I'm going to do the career even harder. I'm going to do it harder. I'm going to do it better. I hate it. I'm not going to be someone who quits when I don't like things.
Wait. Pause. Can I just say that was me like, 7 years ago? 7.5 years ago? And honestly, if I actually quit something, I would have been a lot better off. No, it's crazy, but I totally get what he's saying. Anyways, I'll continue now. Okay.
Instead, I'm going to show myself a lesson, which is if I don't like things, I'm going to do it more, and then I'm not going to like it even more, and then I'm going to keep going. So as I do this, I start to lop off parts of myself. I start to feel anhedonic. I don't feel pleasure anymore. There's no pleasure here. Pleasure is effeminate. Pleasure is for losers. I'm on the grind set. I'm gonna be so hard, I'm gonna hit myself in the nuts every day because pain is weakness leaving the body. But here's the problem. As you double down, as you start to sublimate, as you go harder into a life of this identity of this person that you want to be, if you don't fundamentally like it, the negative emotions start to pile up. As the negative emotions start to pile up, you suppress them even more. You become even more anhedonic. You don't feel these things. Instead, what you are left with is feeling in debt, broke, alone. You're in this life that you can't quit, but you hate. I'm going to be a stronger person. I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to be the person that people can rely on.
Yeah. No, I thank you, Dr. K, for that. That's actually opening up a lot of different topics. So much to unpack all the time. Why? So basically I was going back to the topic earlier that made me remember this was it was related to the hustle culture, and again, every individual is different. Like there's certain people who can thrive in this type of hustle culture, but like, are they happy? Do they want to continue this? That kind of thing. There's a lot of different things to get into it. So I thought that was really interesting to bring up, and I'm also in like a place in my life and in my journey where this is really resonating, because I think at some point I could have been that person to like, I want to be a stronger person so people can rely on me for my own sense of like gratification. But I identified that. I'm like, nah, I don't need that. I think it's important to not, sacrifice yourself for something. But it's difficult because sometimes, like, if you need money, you do need to work that job that you hate, right? If you need to pay the bills, you need to make sacrifices in order to be able to pay the bills. So, yeah, more on that. Definitely check out some of his other stuff, because I've been gathering a lot of resources from some of his discussions and topics, and I guess trying to problem solve on my own for now. But let's just be completely transparent. Meet ends meet, yeah. But let's be completely transparent. I think it would be in my best interest to, at some point, sooner rather than later, right? I feel like I would like to continue therapy to address certain concerns that I have, but I'm unfortunately not able to do it right now. One, because the process of doing that is very stressful. So I totally get it when someone says to me, "Oh, Po, you just don't understand. I can't get therapy because of XYZ." And those reasons are totally valid. Whether it's money, obviously check your insurance. for me, it's a logistical thing. I need to like find a new doctor, and for me, I just hate the process. I just hate that process. So that's one thing that's preventing me from getting the help I need. Two, I'm in like a different headspace. I'm like not ready to address some of the things that I know I need to address. So that takes a certain level of awareness as well. Like I acknowledge I have a problem, so I've met that criteria. I know that this is an issue that I would like to address. But then secondly, am I ready to address it? So there's that second part. And right now, that's a no. So but it's on my radar. And again, I always encourage individuals to seek professional therapy. And here's the thing, though, that I want to say is that if you are, going through the process and maybe that particular professional wasn't compatible with you, as annoying as it is, I'm still going through it. It's still really important to like keep looking. It's a really weird analogy, but people really do say like finding a therapist is like dating, because you have to find someone who's like compatible and can meet you where you're at, and someone you can trust to work with and be vulnerable with while still maintaining a healthy boundary. So it's a lot of little things. But yeah, for my own mental health, I'm not at a point where I'm like, oh my God, I'm losing my mind. I'm breaking down every hour, every day, and I'm like curling and crying myself to sleep. No, it's not that bad yet, but do I recognize that this is something I would like to address? Yeah, absolutely. And if anyone is inspired to, to take this mentality and be like, oh, well, there's areas in my life that I would like to improve on. I don't know if anyone's like in like relationships, right? There's always that. There's also personal things, self-confidence, self-esteem, self-image. These are also valid reasons to seek therapy with someone who can help. But for me, some of you guys already know what's going on. Some of you guys, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. It's under control. That is something that's going to be addressed in time, and you'll probably hear some positive story like, guys, I had a really good therapy session. I realized that, I was feeling this way because of this, and, you just break things down. I've been trying to share some resources, more like curating. At this point, I'm curating, such as how I'm sharing Dr. K's content. That's curation. I'm not saying it's mine. I'm not claiming it as my own. No, it's curating because I think it's more important to curate what's already existing that's helpful and I would say Dr. K is reputable, right? Because like he's an active like practitioner. Obviously he doesn't give medical advice. It's just his perspective and his understanding. So it's really cool that professionals are also able to work while providing resources like this to kind of get people thinking, get people talking about certain things, because discussion is really important. You can't solve something if you can't even talk about it or recognize it or identify it in a way that's constructive. Yeah, so anyways, that's just kind of the last little bit. Thank you guys. Thank you scholars, viewers, supporters, lurkers, anyone who has benefited from today's stream. Hopefully it was beneficial. And yeah. Some last announcements and updates. Like I mentioned, I kind of sprinkled it in today's stream. I have been working on a bunch of like logistics of making things happen. My blocker is not knowing when to start. I don't know when I want to add a new stream, like another stream. So Wednesdays is locked in. Like Wednesdays, that's not going anywhere. That's consistency at its peak right now. Like unless I'm sick, unless I have like a medical emergency, can't make it to my computer or library or magical workshop of sorts, unless I had a stroke and I'm hospitalized or something, you can count on Wednesdays. That's like a 99.99% possibility of me showing up and being present. That rare 0.1% is probably if I've been hit upside the head with a walking cane or something. I don't know, but anyways, 99.9%. I will be here on Wednesdays at this time, at the same place, doing the same thing that I have been doing every week. I do want to add a few other dates. It'll either be Tuesday evenings at the same time or Thursday evenings, maybe even Fridays, maybe, to kind of branch out. I'm also anticipating some future collaborations. Again, that's, if I do collaborate, it'll either be a Thursday, Friday kind of thing. Yeah, it'll be one of those days. And then maybe add another day. So anyways, that's just me thinking out loud. Logistics. My problem is, when do I start? Should I start in March or May? For me, it would be best if I started in May, but then I have this weird, I'm like guilt tripping myself in my head, like, oh, but the scholars are waiting, and I really want to kind of like get things going. But that's my own impatience. So I will just say, for now, it's most likely like high chance of me adding more streams to my schedule for you guys to join and tune into. Same time, it'll be the same time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, calculate that in your time zone. I'll do my best to include it in an announcement so that I include your time zone. But it would be like Tuesdays and Thursdays, adding more streams. Yeah, there's a high chance of it starting in May. And then, yeah, that's my thinking. And then giving myself like February, March, and April to plan everything out, feel really comfortable, feel really stable, don't feel like anxious about it, get all the logistics and assets and everything that I need for that. So yeah, yeah. Just do small streams on a consistent time and bigger stuff in May. Yeah, okay, yeah. So that's kind of the plan. That's the trajectory. So I do have a schedule. The schedule is Wednesdays here, every Wednesdays at this time, doing this thing, at the thing, at the thing. So yeah. So if you guys want to anticipate May being a time for that, it'll probably be late May, not early May. I'm also anticipating something happening in May, and then that Wednesday I won't be streaming. So that's the heads up. Again, I'll mention it later. So just looking ahead, giving you guys a little update, something to consider. So I know I'm gonna be doing language streams, study streams. I'm trying to think how it'll be beneficial for folks because I think it'll be a lot of talking as well, like a Zatsu stream, but it'll be like Japanese language learning / Zatsu with the typical, Zatsu-esque formula that we always follow. As a wrestling announcer. Yes, the many voices that are untapped. Did I ever tell you I didn't know for the longest time that I had a Midwestern accent? No, straight up. Like I told you guys, like I'm actually from the Midwest. So black coffee, nice. Yeah, so that was a thing. No sugar. Wendy's. What? Yeah, so Wednesdays, same time, same place. And then, yeah, just heads up, it's gonna be May. Maybe towards thinking the last week of May, like the week of the 24th or the second to the last week of May on the 17th. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna add language learning, Japanese, because why not? We talked about that in the past. Maybe other productivity streams, but I don't know how you guys feel about it, because it's literally just kind of like a work stream. Maybe creative writing streams. Definitely I do want to do some more like reading book club-esque type thing. I just don't know if I want to read on stream. That's my problem. I haven't decided. But I do think it's nice. And then we can like talk about it, and then y'all get to hear my crazy rants and tangents and thoughts on certain passages that I read in real time, like my reaction to things, and oh, the embarrassment that comes with it. So yeah. Well, anyways, that's kind of my announcement and my little sneak preview of things going on. We had a great workout. It was great. We did all these lovely things, and look, we even added extra time to the planks. Ta-da! Very good, very good. We're getting stronger. I totally feel it. The protein shakes are helping. The what is it? The improvement of the workout itself, like doing the sets in a different way, kind of tinkering, experimenting with different styles and forms of things is pretty cool. But yeah, anything else? Any questions from you guys, actually, now that you have me at full locked in attention? Are there any questions, thoughts, concerns? Are you using Herbalife? Wait, what is that? Hold on. Herbalife. Most likely not. It's okay, it's American based. No, no, I'm not. I'm not using it. Okay, thank you, Alvin. Thank you for the encouragement. Yes, good night, Panda. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Sleep well. Good hygiene. Sleep hygiene is important. No, I'm actually not using Herbalife. I'm using this like super, hold on, it's like a green, it's a supplement. What's it called? It's actually right there. Let me see. Rest Easy, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, it's called Zena Greens, Organic Super Greens. It's just like a supplement. I'll have it like once a week if I remember. That's about it. I probably won't get it again. I just wanted to try it. That's it. But yeah. Yep. Any other questions, concerns from the scholars, viewers, lurkers? To what's his name? Bubba Smith, to Mr. Smith out there. Thank you for your contribution in improving my workout and enlightening our community of workout details that we just didn't know, because we are just learning. Yes, that was really cool. For anyone else, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. Please take care of yourself and be easy on yourself. Practice self-compassion. It's really difficult. Journal if you must. Happy to answer any questions related to anything I can answer. That's within something I can talk about, I guess. I don't know. If anything, it's always going to just be my perspective and opinion and stance on things. But yeah. Yeah, so I'll see y'all next Wednesday at this time, at this place. You're gonna go to sleep. Please, peace. Well, I can't even speak anymore because I'm so tired. All right. Yes. Be well, Moth. It was super good to see you again. Thank you so much for being here. And Alvin, thank you so much for your enthusiasm. And I hope you're also getting a good workout with your routine and pushing yourself to challenge. Yeah. See y'all guys next time. Can't even really make the heart properly, but yeah, the little heart. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait, one last thing. You just came back doing your workout recently. That's great. Yeah, Looney Tunes outro. Definitely need that. Bye, folks. Yuck. Actually, that's a completely different cartoon character, but you get it. You're on your fourth day of rest. Awesome. Yeah, very nice. Good for you. Yes, rest well and back to hitting the weights. Sounds good. Well, I look forward to your report next week. See y'all, guys. Yeah. Bye-bye.